Is it working? Oh, shit. Didn't mean to do that. Immediately fucks up. Wonderful. Is everything working? Do I have the sniffles? Oh, no. I think I have the sniffles. Did I get sick from the cat? Ooh. Hold on. I'm going to refresh. Is it working? Oh, it's working. Oh, shit. Okay. No, we're good. Okay, back in the hole.
The Aurora suffered orbital hull failure.
Uh-huh.
Unknown. 0 human life signs detected.
Damage radio. Use repair tool. I have no repair tool. That's going to be a problem. Woo, okay. Medkit. Great. Ah. Cool. Use escape pod. That's where the water is. Hey! Hi, everybody. How you doing? Ooh. I forgot how much I fucking love this game. Whee! Hi, Merquim. How's it going?
Copper is an essential
I have copper now.
all powered
We've won. Congratulations.
The probability of survival has just increased to unlikely, but plausible.
Don't worry, guys. We got mushrooms. It's about to be a party. How you doing? Crying a little bit? Shit. Sorry. Let's see. Okay, we have a shit ton of mushrooms. I do. Oh fuck! I'm out of oxygen. I need that. Yeah, I am streaming on Twitch. Hold on. I got schmutz on my glasses. How you guys doing? Yeah, Merquim, I feel that. Oh, no, I'm using my cyberpunk keybinds because that's the kind of guy I am. Can I? Ah, okay. There's a new Star Kid musical? Oh, shit. I may be in trouble. Battery? Yeah. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Okay.
New blueprint acquired.
Damage rate. Okay. New blueprint. What's the new blueprint? Power cell. I need silicone rubber. Okay, wait. Hang on. Wait. Sustenance. Deployables. Resources. Electronics. Computer chip. Well, looks like we're going swimming again, I guess. Yeah, academia can burn you out real hard. You gotta, like, go slow with yourself. It can really suck at times. There's so much bureaucracy. Sarah and I, we boycotted the Eurovision final because of all the bullshit from part 2 of the semifinal.
Australia deserves better.
The fact that Australia did not get in, I was like, you know what? We don't need to see it. So yeah, we didn't watch the, oh, hi, kid. Oh, okay. I just holding a fish. Okay. Yeah, we didn't watch the finals. And then we saw all the drama online and it was like, yeah, Eurovision might be screwed. Yeah, Sarah's here. She doesn't want to stream with you guys cuz she says you all smell bad. Sorry. Yeah, she just said you guys are like super ugly too. Just so ugly. Ooh, scanner, we need that.
The scanner can be used to synthesize blueprints from salvage technology and to record alien biological data.
Ooh. Oh, wait. Solar cells. Okay. I haven't played this game in forever and now I don't... Oh, wait. Oh, that's how I self-scan. Oh, that's right. That's right.
Self-scan complete. Vital signs normal. Continuing to monitor.
I feel like I have more stuff in my inventory I needed to break down. Oh, I wasn't done self-scanning? Was I? Let me scan you. Come back here. I'm gonna scan you. I'm gonna scan the shit out of you. Oh, let me scan you. You're slow. No, get back here. Come on. You're allowed to smell bad. You got sick? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I didn't know Star Kid was like still doing stuff. That's really cool. I gotta check them out. I've seen like all of them, all of their stuff, but I haven't seen their Harry Potter musical. And everybody says that's like their best one. I'm looking for rocks. Oh wait. Fish! Okay. Sorry, that was really weird. Oh, scan you. Can I eat you? I haven't seen the Harry Potter one, I'm sorry. Like, honestly, I know everyone's just like, please. No, but like for real though, so okay, this is not me trying to like flex. I want to make that very clear, right? But like I just like I wasn't into Harry Potter, and everybody who recommended it to me was really big into Harry Potter, and this is before J.K. Rowling went, you know, full crazy. So, yeah. But I love all their other stuff. Their Batman one is hilarious. Twisted is fantastic. Like, can't say enough good things about Twisted.
Alien life forms may have unexpected applications. Utilizing alien resources is a proven survival strategy.
Thank you, lady in my suit. Let's see here. Oh. Ooh. Okay, can I eat this? Is this gonna help me live? Possibly. Yeah, okay, we all agree Twisted is good. Okay, good. Yeah, no. It's just like, it's, you know, there's like all these Harry Potter jokes and they just kind of go over my head and I'm like, it's just, it ain't for me, you know? Okay, let's get that. Ooh, titanium. I've seen, or I saw, oh, locker. Personal equipment. Ooh. What do I want? Oops. Let's make food so that I don't starve.
Consider disguising the flavor of unsavory meats with salt or locally sourced herbs and spices.
Do I play VL? No, I do not. Sorry.
Small organisms while disposing of the skeletal structure, bodily fluids, and internal organs,
More titanium.
thus rendering them safe for human consumption.
I do not play viola. Sorry, I don't mean to disappoint. Ooh, I want that. Okay, I need rubber. Is this one of the permanent? Ooh.
New blueprint
Yes.
acquired.
Okay, what's the new blueprint I acquired? Oh, high capacity. That makes sense. Let's see. Fire extinguisher could be useful. Waterproof locker could be useful. I don't know. It looks like we need like a repair tool for the radio. Eat something? Hey, I did it. I ate and drank. I'm living. Why is it a sideways autoclave? Because I just thought it was interesting. Literally, that's it. Like, you gotta understand, guys. I'm not one of those cool performance majors. I'm a dweeby, nerdy. I can't grab you. Okay. Music theory major. So, like, I always loved that autoclave was like, oh, it's like middle C. It's in between the clefs. This is so useful for, like, sight reading and sightseeing and musical or movable dough. Like, oh, this is great. Okay, scanning you. I need more rocks. Rock. Yeah, sideways tenor clef doesn't hit the same. Also, it's symmetrical, and I'm like weird like that. I am peculiar. Okay, quartz. That'll be good for electronics. Let's see here. Is there anything else? Have I scanned you? I've scanned you. Oh, acid mushrooms. Can I turn the acid mushrooms into anything? Yeah, sideways base clef wouldn't work either. I mean, like, that's how I got the name Sideways. It's like I was looking at clefs because I wanted people to be able to, like, look at the channel and be like, ah, okay, I know what he does, right? And I was like, well, a clef would be a great start. And so then I looked through the clefs. There's only, like, 4 of them, and I'm like, I can't do percussion clef because I don't know shit about percussion instruments. Damn it. I have my inventory. Drop. Okay, I want metal salvage. And now we go back and we process the metal salvage. And we scan everything we can. Yes, I am just a pick-me girl. You're right. You got me. No, I was saying I saw the first season of Andor. I am on episode 3. Am I on episode 3 of season 2 of Andor? So I am in the middle of Andor. So no spoilers, even though Twitter's doing everything it can to spoil it for me as much as possible. Yeah, make me that water so I could throw the plastic in the ocean. So how are you guys doing? How's it? How you been? How's it going? How's life? Let's see. Equipment. No. I don't think I need a storage locker just yet. But I do have a lot of acid mushrooms. Alright, what? Blueprints. Power cell. Can I build a repair tool? Silicone rubber, cave sulfur. Battery. Now, why can't I make batteries yet? Because I need copper. Why is it always copper? Got some pretty gnarly storms. I've heard that people are like really going through it right now. Which, like, that's horrible, you know. Finally starting to get over. Yeah, well, that was the thing is, like, I know I used to stream earlier in the morning, but like my sleep cycle was off, and so this is like a really great way for me to kind of reset my sleep cycle almost. Don't make fun of me. I know my sleep cycle's ass. Are you gonna hurt me? Yep. Oh god. I got hurted. Hold on. Wait. I can do this. Haha. And then this. And then this. Because everybody knows drinking water underwater works. Dude, chainsaws are terrifying. Why would you do that? I've done some chainsaw work. I've done some chainsaw work, and it's nerve-wracking, dude. It, like, legitimately. That, and then I've done like painting the outside of a house. That is equally scary because you're really high up and it's so easy to fall. Alright, where is this legendary cave sulfur I keep hearing about? I can see why a flashlight is useful.
30 seconds.
Yeah, the thing about chainsaws, right, that is like you have to start them before you touch the wood. If you don't, it like tries to take you for a ride. Is there a Discord link somewhere? Sarah, we need a Discord link.
Local radiation levels. Trend is consistent with damage to the Aurora's drive core sustained during planet fall.
Okay, maybe we make a storage locker and just start dumping stuff. Hey, Raphael, thank you. Okay, we need to make food. It tries to take you for a ride. That's a great way to put it. That's a very kind way to put it. Okay, let's make more food. I think I want to make this locker. Okay. Oh, I can make another one. No. Let's make more food. You're 3 months pregnant using a chainsaw? That's scary. Sorry, I was just like, that's a lot. Okay. Okay, I got a fire extinguisher. Great. Can I still don't have that because I don't have that good. Ooh, what's this? I already have a storage. There's already stuff in it. See, this is why I don't stream. Hello, Sarah 863G. How you doing? How's life? Let me see. Okay, well that was cinematic. Oh, you're not chainsaw friend. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay, we copper and sulfur. And that makes me think we have to go down. And that is frightening to think about. But, hey. Yeah, just hit it with the expensive piece of equipment. Yeah. Okay, there's definitely something in here that wants to hurt me. Scan that limestone. Come on, give me some good. Let's see. I have come for your rocks. Alright. This was a good cave for rocks. How am I doing on O2? Do I have any more O2 anywhere? No. I need copper and I need sulfur, so if any of you guys are that'd be great. Any? Nope, that's okay. You? Nope, okay. Well, oxygen what? Oh, fuck. Fuck. Anazazi with the Twitch Prime. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's so kind. Got home from Berlin. Oh my god, where were you coming from? Because that also depends, right? Like where you're coming from. Like if you're from Australia, that's what, like 14 hours? My dad's done some flights to Australia from like California, and he's like, ooh, sulfur.
Is an essential component of the repair tool.
Wait, sulfur.
Sulfur-based wiring kits are an essential component of
Whole fish? Do you have a hole? It's got a hole. That's why it's so. Wait, come with me. Okay, that's the thing that explodes and hurts me. Where's the sulfur? Where's the sulfur? Ow, dude, so not cool.
30 seconds.
Okay, hold on. We go up. There we go. Hi, Q-Burp, how you doing? Just like work stuff, you know. But yeah, he'd be like, yeah, it's Denmark, 8-hour trip by bus. Oh, I couldn't do that. 25-hour flight to Australia. Yeah, my dad was like, yeah, they serve you breakfast, lunch, dinner, and breakfast. I'm like, I couldn't do that. Once I hit hour 5 of a flight, I'm not fun to be around. Like that's the most polite way I can put it. It's like at that point you don't want to be near me. Like just everything upsets me. I'm super cranky. I need my nap and a snack, you know. Sulfur plant, I need you. Scan faster. Hey, sulfur. Okay, we need that. Is there any more sulfur? I don't know what that is. Okay, we can't get lost because I don't want to like starve or anything. Hi, Merhims. How you doing? Wait, nettle? You had broken ribs? Holy shit! You've been freed. Procrastinator music, man. That's very yeah. The longest flight I've been on, like 10 or 11 hours. It was from California to Frankfurt, I think. There are some, like the most tired I've ever been was flying. Like, okay, the most tired I've ever been. I was like a teenager, and like I will never forget this. Let's do this. We landed in JFK in New York. We were going to LAX back home, and it was like a 5.5, 6 hour flight, and it was a red eye. It was like the middle of the night, and oh, Sarah's here. And what happened? And like, I remember being so tired, like so exhausted, that I fell asleep standing up, holding on to the handrail on the terminal, like on the train that takes you from one terminal to the next. I remember sitting down in my chair, like once we finally got on board. I remember sitting down, and then I need rubber. Okay.
My parents just got back from travel and got bronchitis.
No. I remember sitting down, right, and I was like, "Oh, the plane is taking off. I need to check my seatbelt." The plane was landing. Like that was how hard I had passed out.
Hi.
Okay, storage.
I'm here.
Sarah's here. Hang on.
Child freed me.
Let me make sure the levels are good, guys. Make sure the levels are good. Be nice. Oh God. Oh,
Hi, can you all hear me?
We're trapped in cables.
I don't know how loud to talk. I was apparently yelling, so now I'm trying to be
You peeked a little bit. See, look, this is the bar that lets us know where we're at. That's the desktop audio.
Okay.
Right.
But it's peaking to you too.
Huh? No. See how it says minus 1.6?
Uh-huh.
That means the highest you got is minus 1.6.
Oh.
Once you hit 0, that's when you start peaking.
Oh my god, Sakara.
You can get a little closer, too. That would help.
Oh, okay. I didn't want to impede.
No, it's okay. We don't have a camera, so we don't have to look like we know what we're doing. Okay, flashlight.
Really, I just didn't want to like impede your elbow range while you were playing.
No. This isn't an FPS. We're not like.
Hi everyone.
We're not extreme.
Hi.
Let's
Sarah
see.
podcast when?
Ooh, a Sarah
I
podcast.
don't got time for that shit.
That would be interesting. No, we don't have to look fancy.
No, Ice Cream sleeping on top of various electronic, and Popsicle sleeping under the blanket on the couch.
The fuck? I am so lost as to what I'm doing. I need creepvine seed clusters. Okay. Need more Sarah. What we need, right? And I keep trying to tell Sarah this. Okay. What we need is a Sarah podcast giving relationship advice.
I feel like I'm too mean now to give relationship advice.
Because you've worked all kinds of crisis jobs.
Yeah.
No,
I work in the justice system now. Now I'm too mean to give relationship advice. It's like, this guy said this thing. Dump him. Fuck it.
You don't need him.
Oh, I don't have music hot takes.
Oh yeah.
I have a social work degree.
What are your music hot takes, Sarah? It's okay. It's the internet. The internet will be super kind to you.
What is my hot take? That's not a hot take. It's gonna be like, I'm not a big fan of Taylor Swift. That's not a hot take.
Ooh.
I don't like hate her. She's just not my thing.
Well, that's not very.
I will forever be a Fall Out Boy fan.
Oh yeah, we're dying on that hill.
Excuse you, 15-year-old Sarah will fight you.
Is that so?
Oh my god.
Let's see. What do we need? We need health. Do we have a med kit? We do not have a med kit. Feels like we need a med kit. Shit. Okay. We need another one of the
Millennial spotted. This is accurate. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Dude, it totally fucking.
We are peak millennials.
I just saw a TikTok about how millennials dance with their hands in the air.
I still feel attacked.
That's what T-Pain told us to do.
I feel really attacked.
T-Pain wouldn't lead us astray.
So
Okay.
attacked.
I need.
I'm trying to feel like, what are my other music hot takes?
You also don't like bluegrass, but that's because I told you to. What are your thoughts on Ben Shapiro, the rapper?
Is that what we're calling that?
That's what I think he says, or
I thought we were calling that a seizure.
yeah, it was. That whole thing was oof.
Do you ask your colleague? Do I ask out your colleague at work? How big is your team?
That's such a fucking real answer, dude. Just as the hot take. Oh no. Okay, let's do the ingot. No, Sarah has like a background in couples counseling and shit.
I worked, not worked both sides, but I worked domestic violence for a while.
Yeah, Sarah did. Ben Shapiro was on a hip hop thing, yeah.
Different team, totally ask him out. Different team that you don't have to like interact with all the time, ask him out, absolutely. If it was like your direct team, no. Different team, absolutely. Ask that person out.
Locally available materials. For your safety, this setting cannot be overridden.
Let's see here, what can we take? Take all this. Let's see if we can make anything.
Don't worry, it was colder than Antarctica. Oh.
What was colder?
My hot take.
Ah, yeah. That's what I hate. Is you're like, I'm gonna give a hot take, and then everyone's like, dude, that shit was fucking ice cold. What are you talking about? It's like I was doing.
I don't have any music hot takes.
I know, right?
I'm that person. I either listen to my liked song playlist every single day, and then I go through a period where all I want to do is listen to podcasts, and then all I want to do is listen to audiobooks, and then we just kind of cycle through those three. Or whatever my ADHD brain feels like morning.
I listen to all kinds of garbage.
Yeah, the weird songs on my playlist are from Ethan.
Yep. Well, then I introduced you to Eurovision, which is now Garbaggio.
Man, I was so disappointed with Eurovision. I mean, I love that Austria won. He was like,
No, yeah, Austria was amazing. Yeah.
Australia was robbed. I will never forgive them. This is worse than Finland.
Oh, Cafe Nozo, you are so right. My playlist is just my like songs. Who supports Drake? What's up?
You. Drake.
Oh, Nuclear Shark. I didn't know that guy was joking. I saw them on TikTok. And I was
Canadian?
Like, huh?
Oh, wait, who's Tom McDonald?
Oh, he was the other guy in the Ben Shapiro video.
Oh!
He's the one who has the hip hop track saying
I don't bother to learn their names.
Yeah, he's like, he doesn't like hip hop or whatever. It's very much just like, dude.
Okay, other Sarah, it was not too close. That shit's rigged. Fight me. That's why we didn't watch the final.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
Mark Wim, he didn't even qualify. Like, he was the first one. He didn't even qualify. I was like, this. But Israel did. Israel apparently got the most popular, help, viewer votes. Brain works. And I'm like, that's because the rest of us stopped watching. So fucking mad. It was extra rigged this year. Or everybody stopped watching, and then only people who were watching are the people who were calling in to vote for Israel.
Hours. Continue to monitor for emergency transmissions from other life pods.
We are talking about Eurovision.
Yeah.
I am glad. I feel like
It sucks because I normally really like Eurovision.
I was so excited for Eurovision. I went out and
We got snacks.
I went out to World Market because that's the only place near us that you can buy any type of not American snacks, and even then they're really safe American other world snacks. But I tried. We got Tim Tams, which excuse me, why do you guys only get 9 Tim Tams in a package? First, 9 made me mad. Why an odd number?
We're used to Oreos you get by the sleeve.
You get like even the small pack of Oreos is I don't even know how many, but at least 20.
Ooh, I want a knife. Okay, I need rubber. How do I get rubber?
Israel has participated in Eurovision a long time, but they kicked Russia out because Russia started a fucking war. But no, Israel can stay. And then it's so bad that they have to.
Yeah, for the last 2 years, they've had whenever
they mute background audience and do fake cheering,
and it's
and then when you go
obvious. It's really obvious.
And then when you go on Twitter, everybody that's there posts the videos of everybody booing. Okay, I'm gonna go see how many are in this Oreo packet.
Yeah. Yes, for Easter, Sarah's parents got us s'mores Oreos, and I'm a purist when it comes to Oreos. I'm very much just oh, sorry, I bumped my mouse. Just give me regular Oreos, maybe double stuff if I'm feeling extra spicy. I don't want your crazy flavors because they're gonna upset my tummy. Okay, let's make some lubricant because that's gonna help with machines.
Is essential in construction of vehicles and power plants.
Okay. Let's see here.
Weapons were removed from standard survival.
Now we have to eat those because I had to rip them open to count them.
How are they?
I didn't grab any.
The only exception.
I just finished coffee. I don't need more snackage.
Let's see. Okay, let's put the knife there. Scanner, repair, fire extinguisher, lights. I like that.
There are 21 Oreos in the small special edition pack of Oreos.
Do I have a medical kit? Oh, I do. Okay, I was hurt, but I'm
So
fine.
once again, why the fuck did I only get 9 Tim Tams?
It is a thing. I'm sorry. It's a thing.
But yes, why is Israel allowed to participate in Eurovision? Great questions. First, not really European. Second, if you kick out Russia, you got to kick out Israel. But what do I know? But at least they totally just made Austria win because they were like, well, we don't want anybody to kill us. Or what is it? Tim Tam. You should go try them. If you have a world, I don't know, are you in America? If you're in America, you go to a world market.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how to explain a Tim Tam. It's kind of like a Kit Kat almost, but
it's like a one of those chocolate tea biscuits that are sandwich, but they're coated in chocolate.
You're British.
Oh, well, I think Tim Tams are Australian, so you might be screwed.
They're Australian.
Cut
They're
the
really
creep knife with a
good.
knife.
they're really good, which is why I'm upset I only got 9. Also because I had to share them with Ethan.
Ooh.
Because I would have just ate the whole fucking package of 9 in one sitting. But I only bought one package because I didn't realize there were only 9 in it. Because they're all in like this little spot and then like separated by plastic so they don't like touch each other and like melt together. And I'm like, that's sweet, but also like, fuck you. You could have got twice as many if you got rid of this little plastic in between each one of them.
It's got to be some sort of like regulatory thing. I don't know what, but it's got to be.
They kicked out Russia because not because they started war, because other countries are threatened not to drop out because of Israel, and they're like, no.
Well, didn't a bunch of announcers drop out? They're like, we're not gonna talk.
Yeah. A bunch of like the people who were set to announce like the votes for different countries were like, bye.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of table coral sample.
So disappointed. I love Eurovision. I had it on our calendar.
Dude, I was so excited. I was so excited. Okay, let's go over here.
Did I give you 5 or did I give you 4 Tim Tams?
4?
That's what I thought. Yes, I did eat the. I went and bought them, so I get more.
Those are the rules.
During work hours.
What?
No, I had to go to work for something, and then on the World Market's on the way back from the office, so I stopped in while I was literally driving past it and grabbed snacks for Eurovision.
Oh.
I heard that Spain did the pro-Palestine message, and then the Eurovision people were threatening to fine them or something.
Are you fucking serious? God.
Yeah. They did like their pre-broadcast. Caramel. I went chocolate Tim Tams because Ethan's a purist. He likes the chocolate.
What's wrong with chocolate?
There's nothing wrong with chocolate. But I would have bought a pack of the caramel ones if I knew that I was only getting 9. I'm still mad.
Like, did not get what I thought I was getting. Okay, that.
No, I got exactly what I thought I was getting, but not enough.
Oh, yeah, okay, fair. I'm up at Pac-Man. How's it going?
Yes,
yeah,
Eurovision was bullshit.
Eurovision was absolutely rigged this year. It was very awkward, very cringe.
Not that Austria didn't deserve it. He was amazing.
Austria was very good. Austria was very good.
I also liked...
What can we drop off?
Latvia. Those ladies were really cool too. Latvia? Yes, it wasn't Lithuania, it was Latvia.
Are you sure it wasn't Lithuania?
No, I think that was a guy.
There were a lot of dudes. Did you notice that?
There were so many... We were saying that I'm just going to say it. The first semifinals were way worse than the second semifinals. I feel like they put all the, like, not as great acts together on the first semifinals so they all had a chance. And then, also, I feel like the first semifinals were literally almost entirely dudes. And then the second semifinals was, like, all the good songs, except for Austria. There was probably, in Austria, okay, there was a lot of the good songs were the chicks. Yeah, Latvia was the women. Yeah, I was right.
Okay. No. The first semifinals were really, really weak. Like, I remember being like almost like nervous about it, almost just like,
Yeah, the Ukraine won the first year that the war started, which was fair. It was also like those ladies were also a good song. Or was that the guys? It was a good song either way.
It was the huge ensemble, where like some of the guys were rapping, and I think they had.
I was sad because, like, not that I want them to be at war, but the year before that is my favorite Eurovision song, like, ever. But it was the year before, so they didn't win. And I was like, aw, they would have won if it was this year. Not that, you know, it's good because they're at war and that's not happy, but... No, Eurovision is always rigged. It's just getting, like, worse and worse.
Being more obvious.
Yeah, like, you know it's rigged. And, like, I feel like kind of the point now is, like, can, like, the audience call in enough votes to outdo... the country's voting, and not usually, but like that's kind of the like. Yeah. Stefania. I cannot talk. Oh my god.
Yeah. That's that one. I remember that one. Can I pick you up, or did I just kill this thing for nothing? Oh my god.
I was also mad Ireland didn't get through. I liked Ireland's song this year.
Ireland was good. Oh, well, I remember that was the thing. There was all that drama from Ireland
last year. Yeah, because it was satanic. Or
well, the whole like what was like the moon thing.
Ethan crafts a knife and instantly kills every fish.
Yeah, I got a knife. It's over for this planet.
Look out, bitches.
What's that? What's the one TikTok? We're like, what have you got there? A knife!
It's the kid, and he's running by their outdoor pool, and they're like, what do you got there, honey? A knife! She's like, no!
No!
And he goes running off with the knife.
That's me.
That's Popsicle. Buddy jumped up, took a plastic fork out of a DoorDash bag, and took off across the apartment.
He tried to take the wax paper around my... Why did it go black? Did I suffocate?
I think you drowned.
Did I suffocate?
I love that audio. I do too. A knife!
You died and lost some belongings. Fucking awesome. God damn it. Well, now I know what happens when we die.
Your oxygen was very low.
Well...
The cat. We have 2 cats now.
Yes.
We have 2 cats now. Ice Cream's sleeping on electronics in the media center because it's toasty. And nope, the boy is still under the blanket on the couch.
Can I eat you? Can I eat you?
Yeah, Cyprus and Greece always give each other points. But
Yeah.
that's like a funny meme joke.
Yeah.
Like, it stops being funny when you're giving your points to people committing genocide.
Like,
Just saying.
England never getting any points. You know?
That's a meme and should continue to happen. Sorry, not sorry. Yes, we have Ice Cream. She's our girl cat. She's 4.
And she's a little calico.
She's a little calico, except she's all white, but all the calico's like right in between her little earsies. It's very cute. And then we have
30
Popsicle. He turns 1 on tomorrow.
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 Yeah.
He turns 1 tomorrow, and he's a little tuxedo. And he's an absolute menace to society.
Popsicle's a little baby. He's got little messed up toe beans, but we love
We
him.
adopted him because he was special needs. He was born. He's got all the bones that you're supposed to have in your feetsies, but they're all in like
Well,
the
a
wrong.
cat that a cat's supposed to have
but
in the
they're
feet,
all
right?
in
Yeah.
like the wrong spots. So his back feet are weird. His front feet are a little weird, but the back feet are mostly weird. So he kind of like he runs weird, like kind of like on his like little elbows.
Yeah, he runs weird. He
And then when
sits
he
weird.
he sits weird. So when he stands like right on his like little tippy toes instead of like on his whole paw. And he was born without claws. But good evening from Finland.
Good evening from Finland. Hi.
Finland was also robbed last year in Eurovision.
Finland was robbed, yeah, with the cha-cha-cha. That shit was so,
That one was so
good.
good.
So good.
So he doesn't have claws, but he does have a few little like nubbies that are like wannabe claws. But we have yet to need to trim them. But he does get up on things and scratch like a cat would, but he just doesn't have claws, so we call him rubbies.
Yeah, he's giving the scratching post rubbies. It's very cute.
He still is very
cute.
cat. He just doesn't have a lot of traction, so if he jumps on something that like is smooth, he like slides.
Yeah.
And he doesn't go around corners well because he's got no traction, so we call it the Tokyo Drift.
But like he still swats at things. You know, he still acts like he has claws.
He's very good at catching things midair. He's exceptionally good. When we play with the toy that I can't say the word because they will both be like, "Oh my god, what are we doing?"
Yes.
The UK always loses.
Yeah, it's kind of like a meme.
Last year was everybody liked last year. They did decent last year. I was not a big fan.
Yeah, last year they got like second, didn't they?
No, they didn't get second, but they were.
Was last year Spaceman for them?
Yeah, that was Spaceman. Oh no, they did do really well.
Yeah, they got like second. It was like a huge deal.
The ladies this year were fine, but like not great. They were just fine. Iceland did kind of suck though.
Iceland? Oh, is that the Jedward kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were fine.
Last year wasn't Spaceman. I thought last year was Spaceman.
Am I crazy? Am I losing it?
I don't know. We've watched too many Eurovisions now.
Iceland got 0 jury points? That's unique for them, right?
I was saying that they should just send Dottie Freyr every year.
It's the same thing with, okay, Iceland with Dottie Freyr because he got screwed over by COVID. Right? 1000%.
Yes, Jost last year was also fucking BS. He
Um,
got DQ'd. I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
Who got DQ'd?
The Europapa?
Used! Yeah. Oh, that was horseshit. That was some horseshit. And then, fucking, I don't know why Germany doesn't send Electric Callboy. Like, I'm missing something here. because it's like they.
Oh, Ollie Alexander with Dizzy from like. Oh, I forgot because I didn't like it. That's fair. Spaceman was 2 years ago. I'm old.
Oh no!
Oh,
No!
and
No! No! No!
I can't even
No!
remember. Ireland was my favorite last. Ireland was
good.
great.
Ireland always puts forward good
They
stuff.
weren't gonna win, but I really liked them.
Mm-hmm.
I liked that they upset everybody. I was there for that.
No, Ireland is always really cool.
Well, and did you also hear about the pride flags? I missed this. But
There was a pride flag. Oh no! Heaven forbid! Oh god!
no,
Oh,
Eurovision banned pride flags.
Why?
Remember how everybody walked on last year with like their flags?
Oh my
Like-
god!
Remember the winner walked on with like the non-binary flag, and Ireland came on with the trans flag, and then the one I can't remember which country he was with. I'm really sorry. Had like the gay pride flag, like just the rainbow flag.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, they banned they banned pride flags this year.
Jesus Christ, dude! It's like their fucking days are numbered, man. Let's see. What do we got? What do we need?
They banned every flag except for the. What other flags are there? The only purpose was to stop. Yeah, well, people got the Palestinian flags in anyways. Heh.
Well, that's the thing about the Palestinian flags. You could just do watermelons because that was the whole
Also, like,
point of them, right?
such snow. Oh no! Let them have their fucking pride flags. Who gives a shit?
I love it because it's how dare you try to make art political.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's just like how fucking dare you? That is just
They're sitting here like we're not political, and everybody's like, the fuck you aren't.
that is such a god. I can't, man. Why would you try to put politics in art? That's just
No, I know you're not saying that they're good, Mark. You're just saying no. I think they tried to pretend they were loosening up this year, but they definitely were like, they had pride flags last year because Ireland had pride flags. Ireland had it, and the winner from Switzerland.
Yes, Switzerland won. Yeah, I remember. I remember thinking that disc that they were dancing on was really cool.
Oh, I would have puked so hard.
Yeah. Okay, that's a creature sack. Ew. But you know what?
Oh, but they weren't supposed to be. I'm glad they did it anyways.
Just not supposed to what like who are you compromising with? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
who's
like
offended? I mean, I know who's offended, but like, does it really impact you that bad?
it's just wild to me. It really is. It's like, oh, I can't believe you would do this. You'd make this statement. Like, do you know where you are?
Oh, I would have smuggled those flags in my titties, and I would have ripped them out from my like into the cleavage. Whoop, bam, both flag in both hands.
Oh, we're dead again.
Country flag one hand, pride flag other hand, walking down
Damn
there.
it! No, I need air. Fuck off! I died.
I have such a different perspective though, because I know other countries work differently, and I have the American approach where I'm like, arrest me, and I'm like, that's not how it works in a lot of other places.
It's
and
like that's
like,
so
go back.
French of you.
I'm a white woman with privilege. Arrest me, I will be fine.
There you go. Yeah, it's just. I mean, the one thing I always thought was really funny was that one time America tried to do Eurovision. That was a.
We don't speak of that. It never happened.
Well, hold on, because for me personally, right, that was a really serious touch grass kind of moment. Because when I saw that, I was excited because it was like, oh, cool, more support for the arts. That's a good thing. It is a good thing. The problem was that of the 50 states, I think 42 of them were just country music. And I was like, oh. It was literally just like, oh.
Yeah,
we're
makes
outnumbered.
Zero difference. It's just something about. I understand, like at some point you have to draw a line, but I don't think pride flags are the line. Why do they even let countries not in Europe participate in Eurovision?
I still don't understand why Australia's in. I remember telling my
Why
dad.
is Israel in? At least in theory, Australia is like under European something.
It's not at all.
but,
It's like
in
if you're gonna
theory.
have Australia, you might as well have like Canada and South Africa.
They have like that little tiny corner that's the British flag.
Yeah, and
Europe.
how there have got to be British flags and state flags somewhere. I'm sure of it. Okay, we got titanium. We need copper.
The long and short of the story is that I was so mad Australia didn't get in that I refused to watch the finals.
That milkshake tune.
I didn't think he
fucking slapped.
The fun song never wins, but he deserved to get through, especially over.
Well, it was like when Norway did the give that wolf a banana.
Yes.
Like that was an awesome song. That was a great song.
Wasn't gonna win.
Wasn't gonna win, but that needs to go. You know, just like I'm okay. We're fine.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not even voting this year because you can't have my money, Eurovision.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that shit. It's just yeah. Okay, I have a lot of stuff. What do I do with the stuff? That's the question. Can I break any of this down? Let's see here.
Also, I know everybody kind of makes fun of it, but I really appreciate that there's an rest of the world vote because it makes me feel included, even though like it doesn't matter at all. But it makes me feel good. Like I'm contributing.
Mm-hmm.
As an American, I really like to vote. Okay.
Or at least you like to think we're voting.
I vote. Don't start me on people that don't. I fucking vote.
Let's see. Okay, we're making room. I don't need all this glass. That's okay. Now
I am that mean.
I'm doing my part.
Also, like the one downside of being in Colorado is like upside. Great mail-in system. Like Colorado does mail-in voting. It's fantastic. 1,000 out of 10. The only thing that I hate is I don't get an I voted sticker.
Yeah. Okay.
You can make American jokes, Merkwin. It's okay.
Oh, you can absolutely make American jokes, yeah. No, American jokes are totally fine here.
But yeah, I was mad that I didn't get my, that's the only downside of mail-in votes. Yeah, when you mail in your vote, you don't get a I voted sticker.
Let's see. I still got this. I'm still alive! Pat, insert last name. Love your name. That's great. I am still alive, believe it or not. Everybody keeps thinking I'm dead, and I'm like, no, I'm working on a video right now.
In California, you get an I voted sticker. If I, like, took, like, my ballot and, like, dropped it off on voting day when there are, like, people collecting the ballots, I would get one. But if you, like, just drop it in the mail or you take it to, like, a drop box, you don't get one. I think once they had little stickers that you could, like, rip off next to it, but, you know, obviously that didn't work. They just, they have it on the paper? Why isn't Colorado? We're having words. That's so smart. Send the I voted sticker with your ballot. I want an I voted sticker.
Well, hold on. Hold on. I got like a really unhinged idea. What if you like got the ballot, took the sticker, wore the sticker, but didn't vote?
People do that anyways.
Yeah.
Last time you posted they were in music school.
By 500%. Data indicates that swimming was your favorite activity.
Oh, I'm so behind.
Be sure to vary.
What do you mean?
I'm just trying to catch up with chat.
Oh.
You ever get anything for voting? Want to hear a joke? The USA is true.
Yeah, right.
Want to hear a joke? America.
Yeah, you want to hear the joke? Everything that we're doing all the time.
That thing that borders Mexico and Canada.
I don't have any food! Peeper, come here.
And your country didn't vote like an idiot. Mood. I think the only thing mildly saving us right now is the state we live in.
Yeah.
And only a little bit.
Colorado's pretty cool.
Yeah, except they're mad that Colorado's being cool, so now they're trying to shit on us.
What? That doesn't sound right.
That flashlight looks like a fucking Dyson hair wrap. And I use like the Dyson hair dryer, and I can't unsee it every time.
No, it kind of does. I see it. I totally see what you're saying. Yeah. Let's see.
Move to Alaska. No.
I'm not.
I'm not moving to a. I'm not leaving a blue state for a red state.
Yeah. Besides, if you live in Alaska, you have to go outside. I don't like that.
Would you recommend moving to Colorado at the moment? How much money you got? It ain't cheap.
It's not. Yeah, that's the big concern.
Unless you want to live in like outside of Colorado Springs, which is like the hot spot for like conservatives in Colorado, basically.
Yeah, or Greeley, I guess.
Yeah, that's cheap too. But then it smells like.
That's for sure wet. They need a hairdryer.
Sure, wet things. It's true.
Oh my god, that's so good. Let's see.
Colorado's very expensive. And
I didn't get any fucking fish.
the wages
Damn
for
it.
jobs that you don't need just a ridiculous amount of education for are not on the level of what you need to live.
Like our country, our state is hindered by the same federal regulations that are hindering everybody. But within that, our systems are doing everything they can. That's the thing that I struggle with, like being online or like being an online content creator, is like so few people internationally know how our country works that it's just easy to shit on us all the time. But it's like Denver, which is the capital of our state, was the first place in America to...
Oh, if your average rent is like $2,000, you'll be fine.
Well, it was the first place in America to have like a response team that included a social worker. Mm-hmm. You know? Yeah, that smell blows to Fort Collins, absolutely. Sarah's got family up in Fort Collins.
Mm-hmm.
How can I not get a fish? It's literally everything around you.
Oh, a lot of Americans have left or are working on leaving.
Mm-hmm. Well, who just did the live stream where they're like, fuck this, I'm going to Canada?
Lady Emily.
Yeah, no, Lady Emily just did a big thing where it was like, no, fuck this, we're out. This sucks.
Who the hell is Sarah?
My
Who am
wife.
Oh, I am your wife?
That's what the government told me.
We signed all the papers.
If that's not true, then okay. But yeah, no, like when content creators, like big content creators online are like, fuck this, I'm out, it's bad.
A music school graduate married.
I know, right? To a top 5 pick.
It's common for those that possess synthetic foods to be repulsed by eating inanimate
Oh my
carcass.
god.
Remember that humans survive.
My wife.
My wife.
You can too.
Oh, I'm your government-sanctioned emotional support wife.
Yes. Oh yeah. You're actually here to make sure that I cooperate.
That's all.
Why is it empowered? I don't like that.
I even stayed with him when he was like, hey, I'm going to get a bachelor's in music. I was like, all right, cool story, bro. And then he's like, hey, I'm going to get a master's. And I was like, cool story. You want to marry me?
Hold on. Hold on. Wait. No. If we're going to tell this story, okay, you guys supported Sarah through her masters.
It is true. You did.
If you guys really want to get down to it, I paid for most of the rent, all of the groceries, furniture while you were in grad school. Because you had
you paid for all the extraneous charges, and I paid for like school.
You had to go. Well, you had to go to the fancy school that cost a shit ton.
I did.
Yeah. So now when it's like, hey, maybe you cover the groceries, I don't feel bad. Ooh, Sea Glide. Those are great.
Yeah. There's several American professors, but there was one that made it on the news that was like, "Nah, I teach this shit. Bye."
Which one? Where? What's going on?
The
So-
American.
I'm going
the
deep, so I'm trying not to-
fascism professor that was from the U.S. who was like, "Bye, I'm out." Not
Yeah.
in a case study.
Yeah.
Print acquired.
No, we know how this season ends. We're bailing.
Yeah. No, Ethan was loaded and paid for all of our expenses.
Loaded.
Yeah, and when we lived in a
Oh my
really
God.
shitty one-bedroom apartment where our neighbor
Oh,
threw
God.
parties
We
every
had our-
night.
We had our bed in the living room. I
Yeah, at
remember
first we had the
that.
bed in the real room, and like at the bedroom, and then we had this like elderly Hispanic lady who pretended that she didn't speak English, but she listened to all of her TV shows in English. Fucking move in next to us, and she listened to fucking murder crime shows all night and wouldn't turn down her fucking music.
She would fall asleep with her TV on full volume.
Yeah, and
To the point where like our wall would thud.
and then pretends that she doesn't speak English when I ask her to not do that.
Yeah, but then would speak like perfect English.
She listened to all of her TV shows in English because I could hear every fucking word.
Well, yeah, and then she talked to the front desk, and the front desk would talk to her in English, and it's like this is
So then we
shitty.
moved the bed into the bedroom because we couldn't fucking sleep. And then we got another new neighbor on the other side of the wall from us who threw parties until like 3 a.m. every night with his music blaring, and then his friends all got in fights. And then one of the other neighbors came and like tried to beat his door down. That apartment we lived in had like that dumb service that they make you pay for, where you put your trash and then somebody comes around and like collects your trash from outside. Yeah, then he like broke up with some chick and she got pissed and took our trash
my
and ripped
God.
the bag up, open in front of his door.
Tore our trash up and then threw our trash literally all over the building. And I remember looking, I can't remember what it was, but it was like, oh, look at that, a box of Cocoa Puffs. Who else is eating Cocoa Puffs out here? And then we looked through the rest of the trash and it was like, oh, this is our stuff. It was, yeah, that was tough.
Ethan didn't pay for my education. He paid for everything else.
I paid for my education.
Ethan did pay for his own master's degree.
Yeah.
Pack supplies for long journeys and stay within
And we
5
still split the
kilometers of
bills.
the nearest life pod or
Because I already had my master's degree, so we had a little bit more like... we weren't in grad school, so we had money again.
Fucking tell me about it, dude.
Yes.
Yeah, grad school costs a lot.
Your grad school you paid for out of pocket and still cost less than mine because I had to be a fancy bitch.
I paid less than you? No shit. Are you serious?
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
And I only did a year and a half.
Your parents love you.
They
Like,
did. My parents paid a big chunk of it for me. I'm an only child.
Alright, what are we looking for? We want Crocs.
Oh, Ethan can play Balatro if he wants. I entertain myself perfectly fine.
I could play Balatro if you guys want me to, but you guys do not want me to, trust me. That's a big boy.
30
Okay.
seconds.
Wait, I hit a rock. Where's my rock? I hit it. Shit.
Such
Well,
a weird concept to
going
you
up.
as a Scandinavian. Which one? I'm so behind.
Yeah, which one? Sorry. I have played Balatro, though, yeah. I tried to get my hands around it. Or hands. Jesus Christ. Tried to get my head around it, and I didn't do... I wasn't totally able to get into it. But I'm also a little worried because everybody's just like, oh yeah, I lost my entire...
Oh yeah, you get paid to go to school. Yeah. Well, in America, if you aren't broke.
That's because
Dun, dun.
That's because we're free. We're free to pay for everything.
No, we're just doing tax cuts for the rich because the rich work. You know, America's a shit show.
And just in so many different ways. I do not need another creature egg. I need rocks.
You're being begged to play Balatro.
I don't. Oh, no, I mean, I don't think you guys want to watch me play a numbers game. Cause I'm not fun. It's like watching me play Magic the Gathering. It's like, hold on, guys. I need to do all of my tokens.
Yeah, my favorite part is like, luckily before this all went down, my job was grant funded and now it's not grant funded, which is awesome because now there's no more grants, which is, awful.
Yeah.
But there's also no money to house anybody, so, and like half my job is like
Housing people. Like, yeah.
out of the justice system, so they're like, I'm like, what do you want to work on? And they're like, housing, and I'm like, I got bad news.
Yeah. Like.
But I'm just giving them it straight. They're like, I want to be housed, and I'm like, you know what? I really want to house you too, but this is a fucking shit show.
Only so much you can do. Sorry.
We can't even house people who are like gravely ill, and their doctors are writing letters that they will die if they remain homeless, and they're people, and they're just like, we have nothing. Yes, but we have nothing.
Let's see. Okay, I need that.
Any opinions on Across the Spider-Verse soundtrack?
Oh, it was good. Sucks that they couldn't pay the animators, though. Fuck.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's on purpose. America, on purpose, makes it inaccessible to access higher education. That's also why they're getting rid of the Department of Education. Don't get me started.
Yeah.
It's on purpose. America sucks.
That's actually like literally, that's what I'm talking about in this video that I'm trying to work on. It's just like, oh no, we're done now. Like, what do we do? It's not going well. It's why it's not coming out. Let's see. What do I want to build? Okay, I'm gonna put you away. I'm gonna put you away. You.
America was founded by people who had the money. They always are like, America was founded by people who were trying to escape a religious persecution. No. It was founded by rich people who had the money to get on boats and come over here and not feel bad about losing all their shit back there because somebody still had it. It's always been rich people. It would always be rich people. Just.
Yep, I'm with you. Okay, I need some more of these glowy fuckers.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're a federal employee. You're getting cuts to your science program.
Jesus, that sounds awful.
Yeah, everybody I know still has a job. We all have jobs. We just don't have any money to buy anything for clients.
Yeah, which I mean, you know, and that it's like, this is gonna sound stupid, but it's very political. Like, that's exactly how people in Washington, like, you know, basically remove any legislation that's been put on the books that has had a lot of votes. Is they're like, oh no, it could still be on the books, but we're just not gonna fund it.
I mean, there's some parts of like money, Merkwim. If I tell you where my salary comes from, that's what kind of job I do. So
yeah, and like, for the security of your clients, you can't really reveal
it's
that.
really more I don't want my clients to find me.
Let's see, can we just drop this? No. Oh no! Don't name it.
Monies that have already been collected, Merkwim. My salary comes from money that has already been collected.
Let's see. Okay, I have a thing, but I can't grab the thing because I have too many things around? No.
But yeah, but at the same time, like, I don't blame people who are trying to leave America, especially like Lady Emily did that fundraiser so she could move to Canada because, like, first, she's in Texas. Second, like, she's trans. I get it.
Yeah. Well, who else didn't Ray leave because, like,
yeah, they're moving.
Because like Tina didn't have rights or something. Like,
yeah,
that was literally his wording. Not that I disagree. Not that I disagree. Right?
Yeah, no, they haven't moved yet, but I think they've bought a house and like they're renovating the house and then they're gonna move.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Merkwim, the answer to that is that my salary was grant funded, then it was approved to be not grant funded at literally the best possible time.
Yeah, Sarah got super lucky.
Because we applied for more grants, but now those that would have continued to pay my position, and luckily we got put on different money, because now all those grants are gone. So I would have been out of a job.
Yup. Hang on. I have fins. I have that. I have that. What am I trying to do? I think I'm trying to do this. Ah, I need a wiring kit. How do I make a wiring kit?
Just a couple of days ago was the hottest in my area for 25 years. Yeah, that too.
Silver. I need silver.
Yeah, it's just been... Actually, Colorado has actually gotten some rain, which is like...
Very nice.
Really nice. But yeah, it's going to hit summer and we're all literally going to like melt on the surface of the sun.
Mm-hmm.
I just helped a client apply for a job because he usually works construction, but he's in his 50s now, and he's like, I'm worried I might actually die this year. And I'm like, yeah, man.
Yeah.
I can give you a job inside. No, they took it off the website, so it's not real.
They took it off the website. Yeah, global warming's not happening. They took it off the website. It's no longer on the website, so it's fine. I love that. I love that logic. It's just so innocent. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we are now on a quest for silver.
But yeah, life lesson. If you're in America and you ever apply for a union position, it's a lot of fucking paperwork.
Shit ton of paperwork, but totally worth it. Like,
no, I'm glad I helped him. Poor man didn't know the difference between a Word doc and a PDF, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, can you help me do a resume? And I'm like, my man, how do you not know how to do a resume? But I was like, yeah, sure, no worries. So I met up with him, and then I was trying to explain to him that he needs a Word document and a PDF, and he's like, I don't know what the difference between those are. And I'm like, okay, just tell me where you've worked, and I'll put it in.
Yeah,
like, never mind, I will literally do this for you.
We're hitting somebody who is like right past boomer almost.
Maxed out grant index here already? Yeah. Only thing saving us right now is that we actually have gotten some rain. But then on the flip side, if you're not literally like burning to death, it's like, what was it, Kansas? It's usually Kansas. I could be wrong. Whoever got hit with those horrible tornadoes.
Yeah, dude, it's like we're looking at like mortality rates. It's tough.
Don't bother coming to America right now.
What the hell is going on?
I don't know, but that thing's cool as shit.
Huh. Can I pick you up?
Virginia got hit bad. I always think of like Kansas and like Nebraska.
Silver!
Like Tornado Alley, but it's not just there.
Is loss of orientation, followed by eventual asphyxiation.
Know anything about Pokemon?
There's like a whole conversation going.
Oh, sorry. I don't know shit about Pokemon. You guys are very kind. You're super patient with me.
If you're gonna visit America, when someday we hopefully get our shit back together, you know, maybe in like 50 years.
Mm-hmm.
You really just need to go like New York and California. That's really like the exciting parts. Unless you're really into Disney, then by all means go to Florida.
Yeah, I'm not.
But honestly, go to Disney in California.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I really wanted to go to New York, and now I've gotten older, and I'm like, New York is not built for me. You know what I mean?
The World Cup and the Olympics. I forgot we had the Olympics.
Oh, fuck, that's right. That's gonna be bad.
That's gonna be a shit show.
Dude, Pokemon has such crazy lore nowadays. Like, that was the one thing that Twitch and the internet taught me is, like, Pokemon has a shit ton of lore. Transformers has a shit ton of lore. Never thought that. No, Merkum, you can visit. You'll be fine. Okay, now I want Habitat Builder. Yes! Now we can build a fucking habitat!
No, if you're finding California is one of the states that I would say is the state that is doing the most to try to be against Trump. So, like, if you are gonna come to America and give America money, like, California's not a bad option. Also, you'll be mostly fine. People in California are... I mean, there's gonna be bad people everywhere, but California is very blue, which is very, like...
I mean, that's okay. So, like, Southern California. That's the thing is, like, Southern California has a lot of tensions because there's a huge Latino population, which I didn't realize as a child because my family speaks Spanish. But as I've gotten older, it's like, oh, this is like the stereotype. Okay, and so
it's gonna be really fucking hot.
Yeah, if you go to like San Diego,
if you're coming to,
it's gonna be hot.
If you're coming anytime before November, it's gonna be really fucking hot.
And then up north, like with San Francisco, that's where you have people with like money, like crazy money.
Raphael, I hear you, but October is... What do you consider hot, Merquim?
Yeah, I think that's a much better question. It's like, yeah, what do you consider?
Because the Californians are going to tell you that it's going to be cold. But it's like people in Colorado, they're going to be like, oh my god, it's so cold. It's like 50, and I'm like, 50 is like light hoodie weather. What's 50 in Celsius? I don't even know. Sorry, I don't.
Sorry, I only work in units that put people on the moon.
Units. I love that joke. 50 degrees.
Where is door?
Celsius?
I need door.
10 degrees Celsius.
Quantum detonation.
A quantum detonation has occurred in the Aurora's drive core. The reactor will reach a...
It's gonna explode.
Yes, I had to Google it.
minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
I'd say if every state you were going to visit, California's fine. All a shit show?
Whoa!
Yeah, no, then you'll be fine, Markwin. Like, just be prepared that everybody in California will be wearing, like, winter jackets if it's, like, 10 Celsius, 50 degrees Fahrenheit.
So Colorado's,
The radiation...
radiation suits.
Acquired.
Okay, so how do I build a fucking door on this? That's the wrong thing?
Also, Merkwin, I have to ask, do you laugh your ass off at every single TikTok about German people? Because I think they're hilarious.
Warning, emergency power only.
It'll be like
Oxygen
Rome, but more
production
yeehaw.
offline.
California's less yeehaw. Yeehaw is like Texas and like the South. Less yeehaw, more like Valley Girl, more beachy. California's more like Valley Girl, beach, less cowboy.
Well, I'll give you. I'll tell you this, right? Colorado is considered like a cold state. It can get 30 below on the coldest night, right? Which is very, very cold. But in the summer, we clear the hundreds every time. Mm-hmm. Like, without fail. That is not unheard of. When I went to California, or one of the times I went to California with my family.
Yeah, like a beach town. Yeah, beach town.
To see my family. It hit 60, and my aunt wrapped up in a parka and had 3 blankets on.
Yeah, and then we rolled it in like, I think you were in t-shirt and you were in shorts and a t-shirt, and I had like a light hoodie on.
Yeah. It was a thing.
Yeah, very beach town. Less yeehaw. Yeehaw is more Texas and the southern part.
Oh, we need pipes. We need to go in here.
Yeah, the real roster has a point. If you're like going to Northern California, it'll be a little chillier. You scared ice cream and she hit her head on the media stand. I heard it.
I'm so sorry.
You okay, Bubba?
Oh my god. Where? Okay, I'm gonna drop off all this glass.
Someone translate from American Freedom Units.
Yeah, go for it.
Dad sneezes.
Dad sneezes. No. Oh, yeah, I know. I do. I know. I'll be the first to admit it. Can I make?
I feel like God escaped your soul.
Battle mates. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm working on one. I'm trying to.
My favorite thing ever is sometimes when Ethan sneezes really loud like that, and Popsicle doesn't do it, but Ice Cream does it, and she's like napping. She lifts her head and looks at him with the like hatred, like, why did you wake me? And like just glares him down and then goes back to sleep.
It's not my fault. I have aggressive sneezes. The worst, and this would happen to me in elementary school, so don't laugh, because we're talking about a real trauma here, right?
That deep childhood trauma.
That deep childhood trauma is... You're gonna laugh, and I know it.
I will.
Like, when I was in school and I was trying to be polite, and you hold in the sneeze, but instead you fart.
Every time!
God. That was the fucking worst.
Well, because you're a kid and you're like, oh no, I don't want to sneeze, and you're a kid, so you don't think it through. It's still gonna go somewhere.
Yeah.
Which one is elementary school?
The first one. It's the first one.
In most of America, elementary school is 1st grade to 6th grade. It's the first, 6 years of school, not including, little baby kiddie school, which is called kindergarten.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I got a radiation suit. I'm now protected from the radiation.
Somebody says you need a solar panel.
Oh, I do, don't I? Well, let's see if I have the recipe.
Oh, primary school. Yeah, primary school. There we go.
That sounds right.
It's 1st to 5th, then middle school. Yeah, I think the school, they've gotten more consistent. When I was, yeah. Now they put 6th grade in middle school. When I went to school, 6th grade was part of elementary school. And then they did 7 and 8 were middle school, so it was only 2 years in middle school, and then everybody else was in high school. But they've changed that now, so now it's more like what, Fleemerp? I can't read.
You okay?
Nope.
Alright. What's important is that we're lost together.
You just throw everybody age 6 through 16. There's a lot of... If you live in a popular area, you literally couldn't put all of those kids in the same class because they couldn't. That is too many people. When I graduated high school, with 1,000, I think, other kids.
30 seconds.
That's amazing. I've talked about this before, but I'm a high school dropout. Whoops. I'm a high school dropout. If I had graduated high school, there would have been 19 people.
Yeah, we're literally on opposite spectrums. of high school experience. My high school and middle school. No. Yes, my high school and middle school were both two-story buildings.
Yeah. We were...
Large two-story buildings.
We were less than 200 students K through 12. Yeah. We were very, very small. How did I drop out of high school? Well, there was a lot
went,
of...
bye! No, just kidding. I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Oh man. Oh fuck, dude.
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
Oh man. Oh my god. I really needed that. Oh yeah, no, no, there's a lot of crying involved actually, so it was not a happy experience by any stretch of the imagination. Bye.
Oh, Ethan laughed over it. I said, I just walked up to them and went, bye!
Oh my god. Too fucking funny, man. All
Oh,
right.
big love from Ireland.
Hi.
Ireland was great in Eurovision.
Yeah, you guys...
We're not going back to Eurovision. We've moved on, but hey.
Yeah, you guys got totally fucking robbed.
In America, once you can drop out at like the age of...
Fuck.
It depends on the state, but it's usually 16. So in America, you can elect, with or without your parents' permission, to drop out of school.
Oh yeah, no, dropping out of school was not like...
Yeah, and if you get a GED, you can still get into college. So a GED is like a test that you...
Oh, hold on, it's not easy.
No.
Oh no, the test is easy as shit, but like it's the like...
Not, but it's a GED.
Mm-hmm.
A GED is like a test that you take. Well, I think it's more than one test, isn't it? It's like each subject is a test.
Mm-hmm.
And you basically take these tests as opposed to just putting in like the desk time sitting in a high school to get the degree. So you take like a test for each subject, and if you pass all of them, they give you a GED, which is I don't even know what it stands for. General education degree or something like that, probably. And it's an equivalent of a high school diploma. But you test for it, you don't just sit through school.
Yeah, my GED was a horrible fucking experience. Oh, inventory full. Okay.
Yeah, America is really big on 16 and letting people make decisions, and yeah, it's not always the best. Yeah, because 16, you're a fucking idiot.
Absolutely. You can take your finals early. No, they're not like your finals. It's very different, and it is not a pleasant. It was not a pleasant experience. I will just say that.
It's hard because the way the system is set up, because I work with people in the justice system. I work with a lot of people who never finished high school. And it's a lot of people who didn't have a lot of support, or like it's a lot of older people who, before they were like diagnosing learning disorders, back when it was like, oh, they're just slow. Mm-hmm. So it's hard because I think a lot of people who drop out of high school, like it's just they're not good in like a school environment, or it doesn't work in the way their brain works, because there's a lot of people who think differently, or like people like Ethan who had to drop out for different reasons.
Yeah, I had all kinds of medical stuff.
Yeah,
going
Ethan had
on.
to drop out for medical stuff.
It was very, very sad.
But it's hard.
Yeah.
They're hard tests to take because, and it's also an interesting thing because to a point, sometimes people who have GEDs are better educated than people who just went through high school, because all you have to do is get good enough grades and sit long enough, and they'll give you a high school diploma. It's
a pass-fail system, right? But and this is where it gets kind of awkward, is a lot of people, and not for good reasons necessarily, have this impression where they're like, oh, I don't have to go to high school, or I don't have to finish high school. I'll just get a GED. That's good enough. Then I can go out into the workforce, right? So there are a lot of people who sort of like don't take the GED seriously, and as a consequence, there are a lot of stereotypes around people who take the GED, which then in turn further harms people who are like me, who kind of like needed the GED.
Yeah, and so then there's like, it's
yeah.
a weird it's a weird world. And then there's also like a certain point in which you hit a ceiling. In America, at least, you hit a ceiling where you can't go any higher without a high school diploma or a GED, depending on where you want to work. Like, if you want to work, like, I hate saying manual labor jobs, but like manual labor jobs, you can always get a job. But like that transition to like an office job is a lot harder if you don't have a high school diploma or GED.
Well, okay, so like, and this is the thing that I don't really like telling.
Homeschooling's a whole different can of worms.
Homeschooling's different, but this is kind of the thing that I don't like. I don't like just bringing up that I dropped out of high school and got a GED, because a lot of people, there are a lot of kids who are just like, no, man, I'm just gonna be like a TikToker or a video editor. I don't need to go and take math. What happened with me and how I got into college was I was in a bunch of AP classes, and I had applied for school while I was still in high school, and I got into school while I was still in high school. So I had been accepted into my undergraduate, and then I had to drop out of high school. And so when I talked to them, they were like, hey, we can't find any evidence of you graduating. I'm like, yeah, I didn't. This all happened. And they're like, okay, well, we can't turn you away, but also, like, we can't accept you in this condition. Get your GED, and then that will count, and then we'll let you in. So it was a lot of, like, speaking to people directly, and, like, I had basically already gotten into college. I didn't have to deal with any of the, like, doing, like, an interview or anything like that because I got a GED. And so people will look at the story and be like, oh, no, man, Sideways did it. It'll be fine. But it's like, no. Like,
no, college is university level. Sorry, Merkwim, I was reading that. Sorry, I gotta catch up.
So that was my story. Like, I had already gotten in. And the thing is, and this was like the funny part, was I was convinced for the longest time that, like, I was failing, or that I'd failed my GED, because since I was in a bunch of AP classes, right, I was cruising through the GED test, and I was like, oh no, the person who was proctoring it was like, you need to slow down because there's no way you're passing. And I was like, oh shit, like, I failed, my life is over, I'm not gonna get to go to college. Like, it was hard.
It was that thing when you finish the test first and you're like, I fucked up, everybody's still going, I obviously did this wrong.
Yeah, like, I had that in the middle of the test. And it's long, it's one of those things where it's like, if you've ever done, like, a game jam, which I've done.
Oh, it's pouring!
Oh, shit. It's like, it's one of those things where if you've ever done a game jam, it gets to a point where, like, your literal stamina is involved. It's like a 3 or 4 hour exam. Like, you need to make sure you get a good night's sleep. You need to, like...
Yeah, I just want to address, I saw someone, I'm sorry, you're now up higher. I think it's really cool that Ireland has, like, a built-in year for you to just, like, figure out what you're doing with your life.
That is nice.
A lot of people in America do that, but it's not as, like, it's culturally accepted, so you have to, like, call it, like, a gap year.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, oh, look at the hippie people taking their gap year. Sounds like you got lucky as hell. Ethan worked hard. Ethan worked hard to get in after everything that happened.
Well, so that's the thing, and that's what's kind of important to keep in mind here is, like, I did get lucky as hell, right? I did, and I had to work hard, right? And not everybody gets to have that.
So typically, Merc, when people do go to college right at 18, it's less so now, but like when Ethan and I were going through college, it was very much you go straight through, you finish high school, your last year of high school, you're applying to colleges, you graduate, you have the summer, then you start college. You're usually about 18. If you were the youngest one in your class like me, you illegally signed all of your paperwork for college because you were still 17 for 2 weeks.
Yep.
And so technically your parents were supposed to sign your paperwork, but you just signed it anyways.
Oh shit, didn't want to do that.
But like, you can go to college later, you can go back to college. If you're like one of those like super fucking smart kids, some kids start college early.
And that comes with its own problems.
Yeah. Yeah, and so typically how American education works is that you do what's called a bachelor's degree. So that's a 4-year degree, and that's like the lower, it's pouring and there's thunder.
Jesus Christ.
That's what's called a bachelor's degree. That's your 4-year degree. The first 2 years are usually like general education. kind of stuff. So like your math class and your science class and your English class. And then the last 2 years of your bachelor's degree are, you pick whatever your master's, not your master's, you pick whatever your like actual concentration degree is. So
What now?
I'm just explaining the 4-year bachelor's system. So in the last 2 years of it, you're taking classes that are mostly focused on whatever it is, the degree that you're getting. So if you're like doing an engineering degree, the last 2 years are all engineering classes. If you're doing, I did social work, the last 2 years are all social work.
Typically.
Like
It can go weird.
yeah.
Always.
So that's usually a bachelor's degree. And then a master's degree is like a higher up level education, and that's specifically it's only classes on what your like specialization is basically. And that's usually 2 years. Or if you're me, I got my bachelor's in social work, and then I went to my master's, and I only had to do 1.5 years at my master's because the way the program was set up is people were coming in to do social work from a different degree. That was basically what the first year was getting them up to speed. So I just did a summer semester and then a whole year because I already knew all the like basics. You call 2-year degrees associates. Yeah, we call. You can also get an associate's, and that's like a lot of people do that to like save money. They have smaller colleges called community colleges that charge way less, and you go and you do like all your basic classes that you would do at the big college, but it's way cheaper. And you get that all out of the way, and then you only pay like big expensive like college prices for like the classes that you actually need that are tailored for your degree. Y'all, if we disappeared, the power went out because it is
Oxygen production
pouring
offline.
and thundering over here.
Yeah, we're getting crazy thunderstorms. Could you do me a favor?
Yes, but
Do you want to refill my water bottle?
sure, where is? Oh, there it is.
Yeah. No, no. And music school is like that, but like really, really specialized. It's got ensembles, and there's a very specific series of courses you have to take in a specific order. So it can, it could be a whole thing. Hold on, have I not been scanning stuff, and that's why it's...
I'm gonna go put a towel in a window that I'm pretty sure is leaking.
Okay.
BRB.
God, I gotta wipe just to refill my water while I'm gaming. Man, I've been discovered. What am I gonna do? Oh shit, and titanium. I have no idea how this game fucking works. Let's see. Can I just do that? Ah ha 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 ha. Oh, and now I need titanium. It's not a fun system. It's not at all. And then like you hear about other schools having all of that but for free. What?
It's hailing.
Oh my god. Is your car okay?
It's little hail right now. Oh my car.
Oh, okay. Apparently we have the apocalypse going on outside.
Hi, Bubbles. Oh, I upset the cats.
Mm-hmm.
It's tiny hail right now. There's no. I just watched a bunch of neighbors pull their cars out because they're gonna go drive them over somewhere that's covered.
Aww. Do you need to go move your car?
I park outside. It's gonna get hailed on. It's just how it is.
Alright, alright.
Right now it's small hail.
So you'll be fine.
Knock on wood. Hopefully it doesn't get big hail.
Yeah. I almost have this organized. Still don't quite know what I'm doing, but hey,
Hello, Bubbles.
it's not the worst. Oh, is Ice Cream saying hi?
Ice cream doesn't like thunderstorms. It's okay, Bubbles. It's okay, Bubbles. Aw, she's all worked up, guys.
Oh, is it because of the thunder?
Yeah, she doesn't like thunderstorms.
He doesn't give a shit. He is too stupid to be scared of thunder.
He's literally staring at it right now. Huh, buddy? Hi. How was your nap?
He was asleep. I swear to God, this cat is like superhuman, dude. He's
I'm
insane.
convinced he has 0 bones.
He is genuinely made of liquid. She's like muscular. She's
solid.
muscular.
30
Yeah.
Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
National Weather Service has issued a warning. No, really.
What for? Holy fuck, you were kidding.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my god. Do you want to go check on it?
I can see it.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay, we got batteries.
Stop getting bigger.
No, it is literally like, oh, there's a thunderstorm. I'm gonna take a nap. But like while that's happening, ice cream is just like shaking.
Back to rain.
Let's see. I'm looking for rocks. We're looking for rocks. What?
Oh, the little hails are getting bigger.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to go get somebody to pop them all out for me.
The worst part about hailstorms in Colorado is that for the next couple months, there's people in parking lots who just put their business card under your windshield
they walk
wiper.
around and they put their like dent removal business card under your
Yeah.
windshield, and it's like, I know, rude. It feels worse when like you get it, but then a couple cars next to you don't get it.
Yeah.
And you're like, rude. I also have a relatively new car, so I'm like, oh. Oh, it's okay, Ice Queen. Oh, she's so unhappy, guys.
Where is she?
She's behind you.
Aw.
She's sitting by Daddy, so she's
Math
safe.
suggests this biome supports extensive.
And now Popsicle's
biodiversity
worked up, but only because Ice Cream's
to a
worked
number
up, and he's
of
like, what are we
small
upset
cave
about?
networks.
Yep.
If they put their card under your wiper.
I don't know, just one more reason to leave, right? Did that live stream get fully funded?
Yeah, we weren't able to finish it. Does anybody
Oh.
know if Lady Emily's live stream was
Yeah,
fully funded?
is she okay? Like, sorry, I was literally just thinking about that. I was like, yeah, more people leaving. And I'm like, well, the weather's going bad. More people are gonna leave. There's stuff here. There's a bad thing here.
Sometimes
Let's leave.
professors won't give you even remotely enough shit to do for the homework. That's not an exclusively. That happens here too. Even though we're just talking about this, I had to do a presentation for work. And we were talking about how much I would rather give a presentation for school than, like, write a paper. Personally.
Beacon fragment?
Okay, now where is the boy?
Did you lose track of our son?
He's here somewhere. Oh, he probably went to pee.
I love how upset you are by that. How do I... Can I open this?
You have a lot of oral exams here. Not oral exams. Let me write my own presentation, stand up there, like vomit my information out, and then let me sit back down.
I mean, you'll have recitations if you do music.
30 seconds.
You know, you'll have to do like sight singing.
I had to role play doing therapy in grad school. I would rather die than do that again. That guy's got a very extended family, all right? He's got a lot of like grandmothers who in the family. He's got a bunch of step parents. I don't
God,
know.
I'd hear all of that during... Because I wasn't a TA in school, but everybody else was. So I'd constantly hear about all the drama. Yeah, let's get some salt. Why not?
Emily got funded. Oh, that's good. I'm glad that she got funded.
Good.
Yeah, it's always interesting to me when they do those live streams because I kind of like to see like how that group has like expanded.
Ever since the H Bomber Kai Donkey Kong stream, it's like some of those streams have been like, we raised $7 billion, and others are like, we raised 20. Woo! And you're like, shit.
Yeah, but I always like to see who's like on it 'cause it's always like the same like base group of people, but then it's like, who have you let into your like friend group?
Let into your inner circle.
Because like there was that whole drama with like Quentin reviews.
Oh, what happened with that? The last thing I know is he wanted to have like a business lunch with Lindsay Ellis, and that didn't go well or something.
Yeah. Oh, hello, son. Then I found the boy. Yeah, it was like this. It was this really awkward drama. There was like first it started off with like Quentin was trying to like be friends with Lindsay Ellis, and then she. I mean, I was like, girl, just fucking talk to him. But she like kept shadow blocking him, where you like unfollow like you ban somebody and then you unban them, and it makes them like not be your follower on Twitter anymore.
Whoops. What was
Which
he?
is really awkward.
Did he do anything other than the whole just like, hey, let's have a lunch together?
Apparently he was just like kind of persistent about it, but I never feel like, I mean, I don't know what happened, but my impression was
Yeah.
never that Lindsay Ellis, and apparently he also was like hitting up Sarah Zed, but apparently he was just like being really persistent about it, but I also never got the impression that they were like, hey man, I just am not interested, like, sorry.
Huh.
I felt like bad communication kind of on everything, but also like I believe Quentin, I mean Sarah Zed is also autistic, but I believe Quentin is autistic, so I was like, that's...
Oh, are they both autistic?
Mm-hmm.
Is that, do you like,
I don't know.
in
I
your
don't know them well
opinion, do you
enough.
think that's a factor, or?
But yeah, so anywho, so then the next thing that happened was like Quentin had like an editor that had worked on a whole bunch of his videos.
Oh, I
And the
remember
editor
this.
was a trans woman, and she apparently ended up having like this really big crush on Quentin. So she like asked him out, and he was like, "Hey, no, like I appreciate it, but I'm not interested. Also, like we're gonna have to stop working together now because it's just like awkward." And apparently the editor, she admits this later, I'm not like making this up, she went out and started being like Quentin fired her because she's trans, and he was like harassing her
so it
and
got,
like refusing to pay her.
It got ugly.
Yeah, so she came out with all this stuff, but then it was super awkward because then like that whole group, like Dan Olsen and like
Is it like the former Channel Awesome thing?
Yeah.
God,
but no,
it's
but
like,
Sarah Zed was on it too, I think.
it has such
But it
a
was super
huge
awkward
half-life.
because this editor was like saying Quentin was like this horrible person, and they all like jumped on it, and they're like, yeah, fuck Quentin. Not like quite that directly, but they were all like, yeah, fuck Quentin. And then Quentin like came out with like DMs of him being perfectly polite and like turning his editor down, and then and then the editor finally was like, I made it up. I was hurt that he didn't want to be with me and that I wasn't his editor, and I apologize. And when like nobody that like none of like the previous Channel Awesome members apologized to Quentin, they just kind of stopped talking about it. And like everybody like went after Olsen because he was like super fucking mean, and like he wouldn't apologize or take any of his like really mean like tweets down. He was just kind of like, well, Quentin's still a bad person, so there.
Oof.
But like with no evidence, it was really awkward.
Yeah, I mean, I've never experienced that, so I wouldn't know.
Oh, don't even.
Don't go to my Twitter right now, guys. It's a fucking
No, go to the Twitter.
Don't.
Get in on the drama.
Oh god, that.
It's just
What-
awkward. It's just this like weird investment from these people on things that have nothing to like directly do with them. Like I can understand Ellis and like Sarah Zed being like, hey man, we're not interested, and that's like a whole awkwardness. I put stuff on Blue Sky too. Muppet Pac-Man, I'm on Blue Sky. I'm on Blue Sky. I'll move it all to Blue Sky. Don't try me.
God,
But, you know, it's super awkward. Like, they all get, like, so invested in something that's not, like, directly... Like, what does Dan Olsen give a shit about Quentin reviews? Like, Dan Olsen doesn't work with Quentin reviews. And then Dan Olsen gets super fucking invested in the whole Vox thing that was going on.
that was...
Yeah, it was so awkward.
That was so
Like, Dan Olsen,
real.
like, literally, like, attacked Ethan's mental health out of nowhere.
I'm still convinced it wasn't him. Like, that's how,
No, it was
like...
written, I could read it in
you could
his
tell
voice.
it like I read it and I was like, there's no way that like that it's literally just like there's no way this is fucking happening, right?
So like it's coming up again because like it never really, because Dan Olsen came into the scene and gaslit the shit out of us, being like, you're full of shit and you need to let this go, and Sideways is having a mental health crisis, when like, excuse me, what the fuck does this have to do literally with any of you?
What it is like I'm really trying to get back into making videos, and so I've been going through old comments, and like as I go through old comments I'm like, oh fucking this happened, and it's like, oh yeah, that happened.
Yeah,
and
so
like,
there's a comment from Dan Olsen being like, no, here's proof that Sideways is wrong, and when you open it, it's not proof. It's not, literally isn't even addressing the issue at hand. And then somebody tells him that.
Well,
and he's like, no.
It wasn't just that, because that's the part that kind of like got me, is so he's like, Sideways is crazy, don't listen to him.
Which, let me just reinforce, he's literally never interacted with the Sideways
well,
channel
so
at all.
That's why this feels so weird. Is like I've never spoken to him. Like, I think I've watched all of his videos.
You maybe made a comment on like a Twitch stream of his once, and he acknowledged your existence.
Oh, I used to show up to his streams all the time. Like,
But he's never like really publicly interacted with the channel. Like back when everybody was on Twitter.
I've never had like a sit down and like speak to him before because
He's never even liked a tweet.
well anyway so like that, right? So never spoken to him before. I ended up talking about the whole Vox thing because the Vox thing is like a story and a half unto itself. Oops, don't need that. And the Vox thing has like like there's this whole fucking shit between me and like Adam Neely, and it's like whatever, just
Yeah,
leave
the
it.
issue is less of the.
But
I mean,
this
it's
was
still the Vox thing.
this
but-
was specifically with Vox, and the thing is like, ooh, I have power. So the thing is
Power
like
restored. All primary systems online.
I had like there's this whole thing where I like basically Vox plagiarized me, right? Now I say it's plagiarism. A bunch of people on the internet just tell me to kill myself, and it's like, yeah, it's the internet, fine, whatever.
Why people don't know the difference between plagiarism and copyright.
Yeah, it's like, oh, is it the difference between plagiarism and copyright infringement? Is it this? Is it that? It's this whole circus. It's this whole story. So I came forward trying to advocate for myself, like, dude, I got ripped off, and everyone was like, bro, this is totally in your own head. You need to stop. And so I'm like, oh, okay, I'm crazy. Got it.
Vox is a giant corporation that puts out YouTube videos.
It's a giant media
like a
conglomerate.
multi-million-dollar media corporation.
It's absolutely fucking huge.
But
Now,
only on the internet. It's like a Fox News, but only on the internet. It's not Fox News conservative. It's more like Vox is a media channel. Thank you.
yeah, so
Raphael.
Vox is a huge media company. And so there's this part of the video where I'm like, oh yeah, no, that's plagiarized. Now, I tried to say this in that video because this is a whole thing. Like, plagiarism is very, very easy to do. It doesn't seem like it, but it is, right? Like, if you say something and somebody else has sent it before, even if it's innocent, that's still technically plagiarism. But there's this explanation that I came up with, that at least I thought I came up with, for closely related key signatures and modulating between them. That's the key, though, is that it's specifically modulating between closely related key signatures.
It is not referring to music as a language.
Hold on. And I related it to language, because growing up, my mom, being Chilean, would always talk about how, like, Portuguese basically did psychic damage to her. Because, you know, it's so similar, she would get words every now and then, or like how, like, what is it, like Dutch and German are very similar, like they're just different dialects. Anyway, so I thought I'd come up with an original idea explaining that. I'm trying to figure out if there's anything I can ditch, but I don't think so. Anyway, so I'm like, oh, they ripped me off because the explanation was like 1 for 1. And everyone was like, dude, you're losing your mind, kill yourself. At which point I'm like, all right, cool, bet. I'm going to go to grad school.
Right, which was like a lot of...
This was a long time ago. And so like I had continued making videos. I was still going, all this stuff, yada,
And
yada,
these
yada.
were like internet randos. These were not like... Not that internet randos aren't important.
Well,
I love you guys.
At the time, I had only had like 500,000 subs.
Only.
Well, I was at like 400, 500,000, so I was still kind of like a nobody to these people. Right? And so, I was still making videos, and then like I took a hiatus from videos to go to grad school. In the process of going to grad school, you have to take like library and research classes, especially if you do music theory. And I literally bumped into this thing where I was like having trouble understanding what plagiarism was, because I was like, hang on, this can't be plagiarism, because if this is plagiarism, then this thing that happened to me online is plagiarism.
And all of the people online said it wasn't.
Well, hold on. So the head of the music library was like, oh yeah, no, that's plagiarism. I'm like, wait, like, hold on. No, that can't be true. Because if that's true, I have to send an email. So then I started asking members of the faculty, and I showed it to like 4 different professors. Every single professor was like, oh yeah, no, this is definitely plagiarism.
Yeah, you have to take research classes. I also had to take a research class for social work in grad school.
Well, it was like, oh yeah, so this is definitely plagiarism. One professor, who I have to talk about one of these days because it is the
Oh.
most... Huh?
Her.
Yeah, it's the most amazing. It was very much because like I was like beside myself. I was talking to Sarah and I'm like, if she agrees with me, then it's totally not a we just want to be friends with the YouTuber who's in grad school.
Yeah, because she's, not to start us on a tangent, but she was not the type of person, she would be like, you're wrong to your face.
Yeah. She was exciting. Anyway, so I ended up talking to these three professors, talked to this one professor, and she's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Here's a link to student legal services. You should pursue representation. And I was like, there's no fucking way. Like, there's absolutely no way this is my life right now. So I go to student legal services because, you know, I got sent there. And they're like, well, the school technically can't represent anybody for copyright infringement or these plagiarism kinds of things. I got a buddy who's local in town who's an entertainment lawyer. Sent it to him, and the entertainment lawyer is like, oh, dude, yeah, you got ripped off. The only reason you won't want to do this is that Vox has, like, basically infinite money. But he was like, oh, yeah, dude, you totally have a fucking case. And then he said, and this is the funny part, he was like, you should totally make a video about this so everybody knows. And I'm like, been there, done that, dude. They told me to kill myself. And he was like, what? He was like, this doesn't make sense. And I was like, yeah, it doesn't make any sense at all. So that happened.
So now Ethan's done with grad school.
No.
Oh, I'm missing steps.
You're
sorry.
missing
Never
steps.
mind.
This was third semester, because grad school's 2 years. So third semester, I want those fish. Third semester, was it Christmas break?
I don't even know.
Fuck, I don't remember now. It was like Christmas break
I
or
can
something.
barely remember what month we're in.
No, so what happened is that H-Bomber guy made his big plagiarism video. Huh?
Undo. Sorry, I deleted a text message I didn't want to delete.
Oh no.
Ah, no, how do I get it back?
No,
Continue.
so H-Bomber guy made that big plagiarism video, and ooh, what's this? Scan. And everybody suddenly became like the plagiarism police. And so I was like, oh, fucking bet there's something I can do with that, right? Like, I'll have my voice be included. But I didn't want to just have it be like a, oh my god, look at all the drama kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. I didn't want to.
You, Merkwim, I see you.
I didn't want to drama farm, and then at the same time, I hadn't made a video in like a good year or two, and I was like, well, I don't want this to be like a fucking comeback video because everyone's just gonna think I'm clip farming.
Also, like, at the same time, it's like you've been gaslit into like this isn't an issue. You need to like fucking move on. Just
Anyway, so H-Bomber guy makes this video. This is out of power. How do I repower it?
batteries. I don't actually know.
Yeah, this isn't working. Okay. That's cool.
Knife.
Knife, yeah. No. So H-Bomber guy makes this big video. It's I think now it's at what, 40 million views?
I'm
like,
sure almost everybody here has seen it.
it's like fucking huge. And so, okay, everybody's got this plagiarism boner. Everybody's like, oh, this is actually a bad thing. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll make an unlisted video, be like, okay, well, here's my story, here's how it happened. Here's where I've made these mistakes, right? It's because it's super easy to do this. And, oh, did I miss it? Is it just push R? Am I that stupid? Yup. Sweet. Thank you. So I make the video, and immediately the whole internet is like, oh, dude, good to hear from you. You should definitely end yourself. This is, you have posted turbo cringe. You should.
R. Really, R says.
No, I literally just did it. It's like, yeah, you should definitely not be alive anymore. And I'm like, oh, fucking, like, I'm in the middle of writing my master's thesis, and now the whole
December
internet
of 23. Good memory.
The whole internet is like, oh, cool. Like, Sideways has actually lost it. So what then happens is, I can't remember what subreddit it was on, but it was on one of the, like, it was on the smaller subreddit. The video makes it to this subreddit, and the whole comment section is just like, what?
Well, it made it to small subreddit, then it made to.
Was it r/YouTube drama?
It started, I think, on H-Bomber Guy's subreddit, and then it made it to YouTube drama.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, don't end up on YouTube drama. People are mean.
You do not want to be on YouTube drama. That place, it's not just that it sucks, but it's full of people who don't want to have a conversation.
Oh, thank you for looking it up first.
Yeah. Anyway, oh wait, I want to make this bigger. So that then so I'm looking through the comments, right? Because I'm like, at this point, it's like it's beyond anything I've seen before. Now we're just talking about something that's like medically fascinating.
Well, and it's like it was a very emotional video, not like unhinged, but it was a very like, hey, this is why this matters, and this is why this is like bothers me, and this is what I've been told by like fucking graduate level professors, like doctoral level professors.
Well, the thing that was so frustrating was like, and this is why this is important, is that the entire time I was in grad school, there's this whole thing about like music departments dying, right? Like there are all kinds of schools just shutting down their music department rather than like funding it, or like when a professor retires, that position goes away as well. And so there are these constant conversations about like what we can do to bring back like music theory departments and make them more exciting and all that. So like the Society for Music Theory, which is SMT, that's like the big governing board for music theory. They now have a YouTube channel called SMTV, or Society of Music Theory Video, where they are making videos, like video essays themselves. They are taking
all 500 views.
They're taking actual dissertations, like real music theory dissertations, and converting them into video essays to the best of their ability so that they can try and disseminate this information and advocate for music departments.
They're trying to stay relevant so they don't literally lose their jobs. Which
Yeah,
is like no shade.
Well, so like, yeah, it's like as a professor retires, that position doesn't get filled now, because and like music departments are just getting smaller and smaller, and it's bad. It's just bad, right? Anyway, so they were really interested in like, you have a lot of people looking at you, like you have videos where you're basically teaching people about what's in a doctoral thesis, like how do we make this happen? As this is going on, and as I'm asking professors, they're like, why are you so curious about this? And it's like, oh, well, you know, XYZ is happening. So the whole plagiarism thing, and just like, it's a huge shock to the system for these academics, where it's like, if you even suggest plagiarizing, it's not just, you don't just
can fire a tenured professor.
You don't just get fired. It's like you get the ultimate blacklist. Like you're not just like discredited or disgraced. You don't just say,
oh, the rain is over already.
Oh, you don't just say oopsie daisy, sorry, and move on. You're gone permanently, right? Like you can never work again. You have to go get a different degree or something.
If it's like you did it on purpose. If
Yeah.
it's like a oopsie daisy, you like there's a whole process.
I mean, if it's an oopsie daisy, you have to like write a public letter apologizing, give them credit, and then you have to redact your paper. It's like, it is a huge deal. I even had professors who looked at the examples being like, yeah, if this happened in a publication, this would require an errant citation.
Excommunicated and exiled to a remote island.
Yeah, basically. But it's like yeah, you would have to be you would have to be like it's like
Yeah, and the whole point is if you miss something and then you realize later that somebody already did it, you make this big apology because it's on you because you didn't do enough research to find that.
Yeah, but that's the academic definition.
Yeah, in academia.
But then there's the whole, like, this is YouTube, people can make money, right? The story is very, very different. If it's so much easier to just rip somebody off, right? Let's see, I want to do that. So, I make this video, people are like, oh, go fuck yourself, oh my god, Sideways is crazy, and I'm like, bet, this sucks.
Yeah, it was literally like, just move on. Why do you care? This isn't plagiarism.
Well, fuck, it's not even that. It's like, it was, oh my god, why do you care? Hold on. So it's like, why do you care? Then fucking Dan Olson writes this comment, and he's like, oh, this is so sad. Sideways is losing his mind. Like
he literally was like, you're having a mental health crisis.
Yeah, I was like, he's having
he's like having a breakdown. Like he needs like professional level help.
Which is, one, ironic because you're the professional that I would, like, you're the level of professional I would talk to, which is like, okay, wild. But the other thing is, it's like, if you're on the internet...
We're discussing an old video, Bunny?
It's like, if you're on the internet, right, and, like, Johnny Bunch of Numbers on Reddit says one thing, but 4 professors and a lawyer who specializes in that environment says something else, you would say, hey, man, you gotta go touch grass. But these aren't the kind of people who you tell to go touch grass. It was like I remember sitting just like this is like one of his editors who has his account. there's been some sort of really serious miscommunication, like serious fucking miscommunication.
But like, it's Dan Olsen.
Well, hold on. Well, like, yeah, that's the thing is like, again, I've seen like all
Yeah,
those
this
videos.
isn't random dude on the internet.
No, he
saying
makes
this.
great content. Like, he took down NFTs. Like, the dude's like a fucking champion, right? No. So what happened from there? I want to see if I have food I can eat. I don't think I do.
Eat a fish, raw,
just raw.
salmonella.
Sashimi. No, so what happened from there is
Dan Olsen is the man that made
folding ideas. Yeah,
folding
he made
ideas,
he made the NFT
He
video.
made the big video about how bad NFTs were. What else has he done?
He made the video about editing in Suicide Squad. He made the video about like Zack Snyder and the Batman v Superman. He's made like
He made a video about like the angry video game nerd that was.
he's made all kinds of incredible stuff. Anyway, so he gets into it in one of the comments with someone. I don't know who, right? But someone. And
It
they're
was one of you all. Shout out. I don't know.
if you're in here, hi, right?
Your picture made me think you were a girl, but I don't want to assume your gender. But like, ayo. Yeah, the flat Earth one. Yeah. Thank you. That's what I was trying to think of.
So that happens. Then he gets into it like in the comment section, and at some point, this person is like, "Do you have a source to support it?" Because that's the thing.
Yeah,
like,
folding ideas. I forgot that everybody doesn't refer to him as Dan Olsen. Yeah.
the easiest way to discredit me, the absolute easiest way, is to just be like, "Hey, man, here's an example of somebody saying this 15 years ago," like having it like written down. You do that, and it's like I gotta like eat my words and be like, "Oh, you're right. My bad. I guess this was on me." Is this my repair tool? No, this is. No, you're right. That one's on me. My bad. Or it's like, well, why is this so hard to find? Yada yada yada.
Yeah, basically Olsen's like, this isn't plagiarism. This isn't a unique idea. You can't say it's plagiarism because it's not unique.
So
this person he's arguing with is like, yes, it is. Like, if you don't think it is, provide the source.
So he links this source, and it's to this like blog post of like this guy, and it's a really short blog post. And at one point, the guy is like, "Yeah, you know,"
it's like from 2008.
Well, he's like, "Yeah, you know, like the circle of fifths is kind of like the languages in music,"
which is what everybody is confusing this plagiarism issue
well,
with.
so the whole example is specifically talking about similarities in vocabulary and modulation between closely related key signatures. That's the specificity. It's not
referring to different key signatures.
It's not just modulating. It's not just key signatures. It's not just this or just that. It's specific because there are a bunch of language and music conversations that are had. Most of them are dog shit because it's like, oh my god, music is a language. It's universal and it speaks to everyone. It's like, I'm gonna fucking tear my eyes out. But it was specifically using similarities in vocabulary with language.
Let's just say this blog post is so old, I'm surprised the website's still up.
Yeah, so it's like, it's wrong. Like, it's just not, it's like, sorry bro, like, let's try again.
Like, I'm pretty sure the man who wrote the blog post is no longer with us.
And fucking, the person who's getting into it with Olsen was like, yeah, this isn't right. And Olsen went, well, you wanted a source, so here you go. I was like, wait, what?
But like, okay, my turn.
Well, wait, no, who's like, and there was another content creator who like, they came after me on like YouTube, they came after me on like Twitter or Blue Sky, and they're like, I went to high school with somebody who said this. Who's that?
I don't remember. Lady Emily. It was Lady Emily.
Was it really?
Yeah. She was like, it wasn't as like aggressive as Olsen's. It was very like, hey, this isn't plagiarism because my teacher said this in like when I was in high school, which is like one that's like, it was also a misunderstanding of the issue at hand, but it was also like, God. That doesn't make, excuse me? Like, I'm glad your high school professor was like, educated.
This isn't the same thing, right? It's not. This next part is
like,
totally
I'm not trying to like shit on her. It was much nicer, but it was still like, you don't understand what's going on.
This is totally tangential, but this is me. It's like, I constantly, and I mean fucking constantly, have to deal with STEM brain on the internet, where it's like, you know, if you said, hey, I'm a structural engineer, and I went, that's awesome, I took AP Calculus in high school, it's like, what the fuck do you want me to say to that?
Yeah, but for some reason, because it's music, I took AP Band is the same as I have a master's in music theory.
It happens, like, on an almost daily basis. It's like, Oh, what'd you get your master's in? Music theory. Oh,
And
cool.
you know that
I played guitar in high school.
you
It's
know
like,
that Dan Olson would have a heart attack if somebody was like, I edit YouTube videos. It's the same as a film editing degree.
I mean, like,
The thing that made me the maddest was like, outside of like, he's been cited in a few of Ethan's videos, and like,
well, I cited
we
him
know
all the
who
time because I
Folding-
thought he was super
yeah,
cool.
and we know who Folding Ideas is. He has literally, before this, never interacted with the Sideways channel. He never commented on a video. He never liked a tweet. He maybe like said hi to Ethan in a couple of his live streams, or like responded to like a question. But it's just like, he's never interacted with us, and then he fucking is on Reddit being like, you are having a mental health crisis. You are having a breakdown. And I'm like, why the fuck are you involved?
That was the thing that killed me. Is just like I've
Raised
never...
his hand. I'm a biologist through the pandemic, so I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Excuse me, but ivermectin.
It was like I didn't know that he knew I existed, and then it was like this happened, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I was like, what the fuck is going on, dude? Like, this is wild. It was crazy.
It was just so. But then it's Dan Olson. Folding Ideas. This is man
No,
that
it's like, it's
the
not-
internet respects.
It's like it's not just Dan Olson. It's fucking the Dan Olson. I'm like, where?
Yeah, people respect. We respect him.
It's like if I pissed him off, I must have gone wrong somewhere. Like what?
And he's
what?
like invested in this thing when he's never interacted with us with before. But now everybody's like, oh, well, Sideways is fucking crazy because Dan Olson said so.
I had this. Well, okay, so
Somebody found the comment Dan Olson made on the H Bomber Guy subreddit where this all got started and pasted it into the YouTube drama subreddit. They had a post about this.
Yeah.
And then it was over because it's Dan Folding Ideas. It's Dan fucking Olson.
Yeah, and it's like, well, so here's the other thing.
So I can't be there defending anything because nobody's gonna believe me, rando, on the internet over Dan fucking Olson.
Well, it was okay. So it was that, right? It was that. But then it's also like, okay, so first off, I vividly remember sitting on the couch, like I was playing WoW, and I remember I stopped like in the middle of the capital, like Dornegal. I was just like staring at my character, going like, the paper bag guy thinks I'm crazy. Like the guy, you remember his paper bag Muppet?
Yeah.
I was like,
back when he started.
It fucking killed me because I was like, fucking Dan. Not only does Dan Olson know who I am, but he thinks I'm damaged. Like,
and the weird part was like within that where he was like, you are having a crisis, you're having a breakdown. He then also threw in like, Sideways makes really good content. And then he's like, the thing that also like kills me. Oh, sorry, I got distracted reading. Yeah, it's almost, I was like, it's time to take my ADHD meds. Almost. So YouTube drama Reddit went, silent small YouTuber person with big numbers is talking. They were literally like, it didn't matter. Like, I think half of them didn't even click to follow up on it because Dan Olson's comment got super upvoted, and then that was it. So all the YouTubers who get big go completely crazy. Well, so then that's the other thing.
well,
like,
hold on. So this is the part that like gets me is, okay. So I'm gonna say this, and I want to make this like very clear. I don't understand I don't understand the nostalgia critic stuff.
I don't understand what we did to offend Dan Olson.
Okay, obviously yes, that right. I don't get a lot of the nostalgia critic stuff. I totally respect Change the Channel. Like, I support them. I believe it happened.
Watched a lot of their content. We were the age where you watched basically everybody.
Watched all their content. I've seen like all of Lindsay Ellis' stuff. Respect her tremendously. Like I'm very much on the side of Change the Channel.
I'm really mad at Dan Olson right now, but I still respect the things that he's made and done. Like, he makes good stuff.
Well, it's like, okay, they did the Change the Channel. I'm like, good. Nostalgia critic canceled. That's a good thing. Force for good makes the world a better place. He was protecting some really terrible people who did terrible things and hurt people, right? So, okay, good. I support that, right? I can also see how if you were a part of that, you would, I don't want to use the word trauma bonded. You'd have to be the one to tell me. But, like, to have people that were also there with you.
It's an experience that you can't understand unless you were also there.
Yeah, like, that's also great that you have, like, a support system.
Yeah,
Honestly.
it's awesome they're all friends.
It's-
We're not even saying they need to be our friend.
No.
This isn't like, you're not being my friend,
Yeah,
guys.
oh my god, I'm getting blacklisted by BrightTube. No, it's nothing like that. I swear to God, it's nothing like that. It's good that they have a system that they can, like, rely on and talk to each other and, like, this was horrible. Yeah, it was really horrible. Oh my god, you know, like, that's a good thing to have. And I'm happy for them. I don't get the whole, like, we're gonna, like, because I know Lady Emily just made a video about Nostalgia Critic.
Yeah, some
and
game show he did. Or
Big
tried
Joel
to
just
do.
took a picture
I
dressed
think it was
as...
an old Halloween costume.
Okay, yeah, like, there's still nostalgic...
Question mark.
Nostalgia Critic stuff going on, and I'm like, okay, I don't get it, but, like, go off. But I do know that they are all still friends, and they're all really connected, and they all listen to each other.
Well, and then it's like the Quentin thing that went down. Not saying like this is the same as the Quentin thing, but then like Dan Olsen was like literally attacking Quentin, and like none of the things that happened with Quentin to Ellis and Sarah Zed had anything to do with Dan.
Well, okay.
Outside of that, he's their friends, which is fine. Like, you can be their friends. But then he was like, I refuse to delete this tweet that is wrong.
Well, no. I'm not talking about that.
I am.
Okay, well, go off. You can say whatever you want. But, like, the thing is it's like, well, they're a very close group, and they've also had to deal with a lot of horseshit from the internet. Right? Which, again, that sucks, is not deserved, and, you know... Deserved. And I genuinely wish them all the best from that. But it's like, now it's like, okay, if someone like Dan Olsen is like, oh yeah, no, dude, this dude's crazy, don't talk to him. It's like, well, okay. I'll just...
So, this is Sarah's individual opinion. This does not reflect the opinion of the Sideways channel or brand. In all respect, who the fuck are you to tell somebody to move on when you are still talking about a man that you worked for less than a year? Specifically Dan Olsen.
That's okay. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just saying they're all
This
still
is my
close.
opinion as my own individual human and does not reflect the Sideways channel or brand.
I'm not saying that. What I am
Sarah,
saying is
opinion TM, yes.
what I'm saying is that they are all, like, closely connected, which is good. But that also means, like, okay, so is there, like, I don't even know what I'm trying to say here. It just feels like, oh, okay, so I'm just on the out now.
Yeah, it's just, and there's no reason.
What am I doing?
Like, Dan Olsen just, like, came, like, it's like a drive-by. Like, we would drive-by, and now it's gone. But, like, we're, like, it's dramatic to say, like, you're bleeding from a gunshot wound. But I'm being dramatic.
Oh,
But it was literally like, now this
that,
bitch
but...
fucking crazy, don't listen to a word he said. The whole internet goes, oh, well, this obviously must be true. And we're sitting here like, I didn't even know you knew my name.
That part is true. That part did get me.
And like, we have literally sat here like, did we say something about Dan Olsen's valued family member? Like, the man never interacted with us, and then he's just out here like, this man fucking crazy. And like, and it really, like, he literally is like gaslighting us into like, in the internet, like, now people are like, oh, that's Sideways, I don't know what's going on, but he had some like crazy breakdown about blah 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 blah. And it's like, no, this really happened. But now nobody will buy it because Dan Olsen makes gesture of cross, has said that this is fact. Yeah, also, can we stop armchair psychologing people? Absolutely. Like, hello, hi, I'm licensed. I actually cannot diagnose anybody over the internet that I've never actually met. Mm-hmm. But I am actually legally allowed to diagnose people. Went to school.
No, so that
for like
whole
6
thing,
years.
that whole thing sucks. So I've been like sitting here just kind of like racking my brain.
So then how
like,
do you make anything when the whole internet is like, oh, yeah, that's the guy who's fucking crazy?
Well, I wouldn't say that it's that far, but I have been sitting here just like, okay, like, what exactly did I do to make it this aggressive, you know? I mean, yeah, it's like, it's beef that has nothing to do with them. It's also like, I like to think that I've done, like...
We're not out here saying then, like, we're not shitting on anybody.
Well, I like to think that, like, I've done...
Okay, there's been some shitting, but not on, like, that group.
I like to think I've done good on the channel, where it's like, you know, like with the Avatar video, it's like, hey, this is like kind of racist, you know, to the point where it's like, you know, if like some Ben Shapiro or Asmongold type came after me, I could get some sort of support. But if it's like, dude, nobody's gonna support you if they come after you, it's like, oh shit, well now I have to make a video that's like really protected, you know what I mean? Yeah.
It is weird drama.
It's so weird.
It's just, it's different. Like, the beginning of the drama is one thing, and that's like a whole separate issue that's kind of been addressed in, but like the current issue is literally like, why are you involved? Why did you get invested? Why did you fucking attack? Why did you attack? What did we do? Like, if somebody wants to like reach out and be like, this is how you offended me, like, hi, we'd love to know.
Oh, dude, absolutely. Like, if it turns out that like I said something at some point, you know, or it's like, dude, you said XYZ and we can't like stand for that. I'd be like, oh fuck, my bad.
Oh, this is a rough spot to join. I'm so sorry.
I need quartz and titanium.
Yeah, and like,
that's not quartz.
it's just so strange. It's literally like, what? I'm stuttering. I don't understand what Dan Olsen's investment in this was. And like, Lady Emily also like got invested, which was a little bit on the weird side, like, but she was much more polite about the whole thing. Like, she still was like my high school teacher. I'm like, it's not the same. You're still wrong.
Well, wait.
But she was like way more polite.
Wasn't Lady Emily also on the whole like, it sounds like you're having a mental health crisis thing as well?
Kind of.
Kind of. Yeah, I was like, all right, shit. I'm just gonna sit here with my thumb up my ass then. Okay, I can take.
Yeah, well, and it's gaslighting. It's like, they're all obviously friends, and I'm like, I'm not saying you can't like share your opinion with your friends, and like, I'm not expecting anybody to. We're not like, excuse me, you're not being my friend. How dare you?
Yes, just hey, how? Why aren't you my friend? Be my friend.
Like, it's not that we're like, why won't you interact with us? Like, that's not the requirement.
Oops. Nope, there we go.
Yeah, it's not like, we're not being like, oh, you need to be part of your friend group. No, it's just, why? Why is Dan Olsen so involved? And then, like, it's concerning. Like, I'm not saying they're, like, acting as a group to, like, no, that's not what I'm getting at. I'm not trying to accuse them of being a group of attack people. That's not what I'm saying. It's just, it's stressful when you know that one person hates you. You don't know why that person seems to hate you. Well, and you know they're friends with everybody else, so you're like, have I offended everyone else too?
I know that there are 2 people who at least feel funny about, or 3 or 4 people who now feel funny about me.
Yeah, but it's like, these are your friends. Like, even at work, I'm like, do this group of coworkers hate me because I know this one specific person doesn't like me?
My big concern, at least where I am, right, is I'm kind of sitting here like, did I do something really wrong? Like, did
there mold in your house?
like, did I accidentally dog whistle something?
Yes, Ethan's played Subnautica before. It's just obviously probably very distracting.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Like, did I dog whistle something in one of my videos? Like, that really has been like in the back of my head throughout. So this is like one of the reasons I've been going through all my old comments where it's like, did I suddenly get a bunch of like weird Republicans in the chat or something like that?
Yeah, my biggest issue is like, it's a conflict because on one hand, like, yes, you are an individual human being and you should be allowed to have your own opinions, but also there's that like, you are a public figure with a lot of influence, and like, well, it's just my opinion, people should think for themselves. Yes, but we all know that's not what happens. So it's like, well, I feel like you need to, if you're going to make
like
that kind of
accusation,
of being a
public-facing
you need to be
figure.
more responsible about what you do.
What am I doing?
The hail has stopped.
The hail has stopped. It still looks ugly out there.
I think it's still raining, but it stopped hailing.
This is Ozzy from the cafeteria. What the hell, guys? They didn't warn us this might happen. Our pod was almost crushed by this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to call them like clicky because I think Sarah Z like we like talked vaguely of something related, and then Sarah Z tweeted something where like people were like saying that air quotes bread tube is like a clique, and like that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that they're a clique. I just am saying like they're a friend group, and like when you insult when one friend seems like they're mad at you, then you're worried the whole group is mad at you, and it's not like
I'm
I
genuine.
I don't need to be their friends. It's just why.
Table coral simple.
It's like why?
It's yeah.
On a happier note, somebody wants to know if you've done any composing during your break.
Oh yeah, all kinds. Like I'm always working on stuff if that's what you're asking.
We got married.
We did that too.
Like, that was a thing.
Okay, any gold? That was probably the biggest thing during the break was getting married.
Being married. We just got the second cat.
Getting married, cats, grad school. 2024 was a huge year.
It was.
Yeah.
Also,
Thank you.
I would like to encourage anyone in the future, if you get married and you're like, I don't want to have a big wedding. Don't.
Yeah.
We have less than 40 people, 10 out of 10.
Mhm.
Was it a big wedding? No. It was not, and I planned it myself. Ethan did help. Like, I'm not saying Ethan didn't help. Ethan actually came up with, like, the venue.
I helped a lot.
You helped a lot, and you were the one that thought of the great venue, which I'm not going to share because I don't want y'all knowing.
And the theme.
And the theme. It was Lord of the Rings themed.
Yup.
Passing 100 meters.
Why didn't you invite us to the
Oxygen
wedding?
efficiency
But
decreased.
we had less than 40 people, and I planned, like, I did a lot of, like, the footwork.
Mm-hmm.
Ethan was the ideas guy. It was great. Worked well.
Well, hold on. We also had a lot of family drama. We had to not navigate around it.
Yeah, we also had a lot of fucking family drama. But, like,
Best friend's wedding, 10 people.
I'm never, not, if I don't anticipate this not working out, I anticipate dying married to this human.
Uh-huh.
But if
That's what everybody says.
But if something happens,
And that's how the Netflix documentary starts.
If something happens, I'm never having another wedding. Like, it was nice. It was beautiful. We would have just like signed the paper and like eloped or something. But I'm an only child.
Raphael, that is the most unhinged thing I've ever heard. We should have live streamed it and had
Has
like
anybody done that yet? I'm waiting for somebody to do that.
Oh my god, like a VTuber masking thing? Oh, no. God, that would be... No. Can you imagine how fucking stressful that would be in the middle of the ceremony?
Fucking everything goes down. European GTuber freezes.
Yeah. I did actually, if you must know. Okay, this is gonna make you feel terrible. I did have a minor medical emergency in the middle of the ceremony.
He did. I felt real bad.
One of the photographers had to grab my cane. Haha. So there.
But no, it was lovely. It was beautiful.
It was a wonderful
and
wedding.
I never want to do it again.
Same.
I literally was like, when we got done, I was like, man, I wouldn't have done this if I wasn't an only child.
Yeah.
I just couldn't. My mother would have been devastated. I couldn't do it to her.
Yeah.
But just, oh, fuck me, no.
Yeah. I
would have been perfectly happy just signing the papers and being done.
Ice cream was our witness.
It was. We signed our papers before like our wedding date, and in Colorado you can whatever it's called.
Self-officiate?
Yeah, so you can just, you and your partner can just sign it. You don't have to have like a witness. But you can have, like, you can put, they literally, like, we explained it, because you had to do, like, a meeting with the lady who tells you how to fill out your marriage license, because I imagine people fuck it up all the time.
Yep.
So, but she was like, oh, you don't have to have a witness, and we're like, oh, we're going to have our cat be our witness. And so she was like, oh, I'll send you a link for an ink, like, she must do it all the time, because she sent me a link for, like, a little ink transfer thing that the cat steps on, but, like, doesn't get ink on the cat's paw.
It was very nice.
It was very nice. Ice Cream hated it because she hates any time you hold her and force her to do anything. She generally just hates being held, actually. But, oh, we're not having children. I am an only child. The grandchildren are desired. We're not having any. The cats are the grandchildren. Yes, my mother's disappointed. No, I don't care.
No, it's very much that. Fiber mesh, silver, or titanium. I have titanium. Advanced wiring kit, copper wire.
But yeah.
What else do I need? Computer chip.
Come get married in Colorado if you are required to have a witness and you don't want to, or you want to have like your pet do it.
Table coral sample. Oops. Actually, yeah, no, I want to do that. And then, what else am I making? How am I constantly so confused in this game? I think that's the game, though.
I had a colorful dress.
Ah, that.
I did not wear a white dress. So my mother also had a minor fit about that, but got over it.
Dude, your mom had more than a minor fit about that. Oh, my mom wore white.
She did. Yeah, she did.
Because of course she did.
Which I didn't, so ha.
Yeah. That was super weird.
But Ethan's aunts were able to come, so that was sweet.
That was wonderful that they got to come. That was fantastic.
And my family came, but they come for all the things, so it was.
Man, your entire family shows up if it's a Tuesday.
And I let my cousins bring their kid, but nobody else. Mm-hmm. I was like, no children. And then my cousins were like, I have a cousin and his wife, and their kid's still kind of like young, and they didn't have anybody to watch it because the person who usually watches their child is my aunt and uncle, who were also coming to the wedding. Mm-hmm. So I was like, one child.
But it was kind of funny because it's like, okay, you have your kids here, your kids are getting fussy. Upside, you are surrounded by 30-something people who have all at some point raised children. Mm-hmm. You know?
You can have the pet be a witness. It's that you don't really need a witness. Mm-hmm. So, like, that spot's just extra. So, like, it's not actually a witness. Like, you're both just signing it.
Yeah.
Do our parents get along? Our parents get along fine. We don't get along with Ethan's parents.
The four parents get along just fine because the four parents don't really know each other.
Mm-hmm. They interact at events in which we are both, like, my graduation, Ethan's graduation, our wedding, like, minimal interaction.
Yeah. I've recently had to go no contact with most of my family for a lot of personal shit, but it's been a lot.
Your mom wanted to wear bottle green, but in Ireland it means you're a widow remarrying, so she decided against it. Huh, interesting, I didn't know.
Means you're a widow remarrying. That's wild.
Midwestern moment. Yeah.
I just realized I haven't been scanning, like, anything.
Oh. No, you're supposed to do that.
Yeah. Oh. He farts out stuff. I didn't realize that. Okay.
Yes,
well,
sideways is Ethan. This is Ethan.
Hi.
So yeah, no, the wedding was cute. It was adorable. We have adorable pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Like, at the wedding, 10 out of 10. We only did like a half-day thing. It was great.
Yep.
And my mom tried to talk us into coming over to my parents' house afterwards to, like, have...
We were so fucking done.
Yeah, to have, like, a meal with, like, my family. And I was just like, Mom, I'm not coming.
We were like, no. And she was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, we literally came home. I left my wedding dress in a pile on the floor. Changed into pajamas. And then we both just passed out on the bed for, like, 5 hours. And then woke up and we're like, what is happening?
I almost fell asleep on the floor. If it wasn't for the fluid in my spine, I would have fallen asleep on the floor. Let's see here. Ooh, Alt F4 to exit. I love that name. Subscribe to the Prime. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You don't have to subscribe, guys. I know I have a really, like, shitty schedule. So if you don't wanna sub, I get it. I'm not, like, trust me, I get it.
Yeah, we're not, like, dancing people, so we were like, no, like, half-day wedding, did brunch, everybody leaves by, like, noon.
Yeah. I have a problem with bones fused in my body, so there's some gooberage going on with my lowest vertebrae, and that's causing fluid to collect. At least that's what the last MRI showed. So walking sucks for me now, which is like, cool, I love being in my 30s.
Yeah, no first dance, no, none of that shit.
No, we were very chill. We
also have been together for, like, forever before we got married, so it wasn't like...
What was it, 14 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody who was invited knew that we were doing it for them and not for us. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it wasn't very traditional, but we're not very traditional, so it was like, it worked, you know?
Yeah, we're not religious people, so there weren't, like, Which my mother didn't die of a heart attack, so
Well,
check that shit out.
Sarah's got an uncle who is a pastor.
He
so-
asked if he could be my officiant, and then my mother knew. He's weird.
Yeah.
Not like bad weird uncle, just weird uncle.
Yeah, no, just like actually weird.
Yeah. And my mom's like, your uncle asked if he can be your officiant. And she's like, I know the answer is already no. And I was like, can you tell him the answer is fuck no?
Yeah, it's like absolutely not.
Aw, Mark, you and your boyfriend have been together for 8 years. That's adorable.
Aw. Germany's got same-sex marriage, right?
Maybe they don't want to get married. Not everybody wants to get married.
Oh, sorry. So, okay, so here's the other thing, right? Like, not only did I not graduate high school, but I went to a very conservative, or I had a very conservative environment while I was in high school.
You do? Get married. Make it super gay if you want.
Yeah. So, like, I had this problem in college because I moved for college. I just ditched titanium to get titanium. Yay. No, so like we had like gay straight alliance posters.
You are engaged.
Oh, congrats. We had gay straight alliance posters, right? But people would take them off the wall and set them on fire. It was not like a safe environment. It wasn't very progressive. You know, very, very outnumbered, so to speak. So I had this problem where, like, whenever somebody was gay or anywhere in like the rainbow flag colors, right? It would be like, oh, this is like a risk to your personhood. This is like, oh, very, very dangerous. So when like my best friend in undergrad was like, oh, here's my boyfriend, I pulled him aside and I was like, dude, your secret is safe with me. I won't be telling you anything. I won't be telling anybody anything. Everything's gonna be totally fine.
And he's like, oh, that's so sweet, but I'm out.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I just fucked up. It was awkward.
Yeah, no, I get army. We get army ads on like every stream too.
Mm-hmm.
I went to a coworker's wedding. I think I took you to that one too. It was her and her partner's wedding.
I remember that.
And they got married, and they didn't have a wedding cake, but they had cupcakes, but they were in a rainbow. So it was like a big rainbow of cupcakes. In the like, it was super cute. You should yeet dab during the first dance. We already had to get the cane. You can't be yeet dabbing. I wouldn't have been able to take him home.
Well, hold on. We actually like we beat the system. We found a location that didn't allow for amplified music. So when people were like, "Oh, are you gonna dance, or is there gonna be like dancing? Is this and that?" We're like, "Oh, we really wanted to. Oh man, we wanted to so bad, but we can't. The location won't allow us. So sorry. It's a real bummer, but yeah, we can't."
Oh, that's awkward. Your tour guide talk about the woke stuff. Y'all should all just pulled out little like rainbow flags, just started waving them while you stare them down, if it's safe.
I'm gonna die
It
because
was a venue in which one of the walls was shared with homes that people, like normal ass people, live in, and those people don't want to hear amplified music all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So there was no amplified music due to the fact that the wall is next to people's homes.
Yeah. Oh my god, I'm gonna die and I'm out of
She
batteries.
was on the second floor. That's a low quota. It is true. I feel like bands and musicians tend to have a high quota. Except, depends. Depends on the section. Yes, that's the harpist. Yeah, we had a harpist.
Choral sample.
And Ethan picked from her list of music and picked a bunch of stuff that my parents are still talking about.
Yep.
He was like, your parents will love this. Watch. And then, like, after the ceremony, my mother, oh my god, I love that you picked this song, and I love that you picked this song.
It's
and I was like,
It's the stupid, like, oh my god, I love all this Irish, this and that. And it's like, it's not fucking Irish. Like,
oh, good night, Muppet Pac-Man. Have a good day.
yeah,
Night,
thanks
whatever.
for tuning in. We appreciate it.
Toxic fluid intake immediately.
I need a bladderfish. I need a bladderfish, wherever the fuck one is.
I work in like a justice involved area, but
Closely related to the DOC, the Department
Yeah.
of Corrections.
So our office is all like social workers, so we're all very, air quotes, woke. But a lot of the people we work around are not. So we have an abundance of gay pride flags in our office, just to remind the non-woke people when they come into our office to shut the fuck up. They will upsell you, but don't.
Vital
I
signs
specifically
stabilizing.
picked a gay woman-owned catering business for our wedding. Because I was like, nuh-uh. And they were great.
Well, that's the thing, is like people asking about like Colorado and living like in Denver specifically, which we've been doing for what? God, so long now. Is like Denver you can do that. Like there are LGBTQ plus owned businesses. There's all kinds of gay pride stuff. But it's the kind of gay pride stuff where it's like, yeah, like take the family, it's a day out, you know, you find, like I had professors who were like, oh yeah, this is my husband, we've been together for like 40 something years and we have adult children, you know. The kind of people who like beat the system for a long time.
Our officiant was also a woman.
And so it's like, oh, you know, it's the, not that they didn't have to deal with the same problems that this country has been facing, but that amidst all of the chaos, all of the terribleness, Colorado's always been a little bit farther forward than most.
If you go to the bigger cities, you can always find that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but again, in the broader spectrum of like America, Denver's pretty far forward. Yeah, no, a wedding is a giant party, and Sarah and I are not party people. You know?
So it was literally like, come for the ceremony, eat the food, socialize, go the fuck away.
Yeah, and like, again, no judgment. Like if
If somebody wants to have like giant ass party, that's fantastic.
oh yeah,
You go.
absolutely, do it.
But that's not us.
Pre-recorded distress call.
This
We
is
like to say we're
Officer
inside
Kane,
cats.
Lightpod
We're
19.
indoor cats.
The captain is gone.
Which isn't completely true.
I have
I'm
a
actually very
secret
extroverted
The last thing the
until I
captain
get it out of my
did was give me
system, and then I'm
coordinates
like,
to
don't
dry
fucking come near me
land.
and talk
Regrouped
to me.
1.5 kilometers southwest of the crash site.
Okay.
Stay together and good luck.
Start physical therapy. Good luck at physical
This message
therapy.
was-
I've done years of physical therapy. Those people are great.
It's corrupted. Transmission origin.
You're gonna love it, trust me.
downloaded.
The wedding day will overcharge you.
Location uploaded.
You know how you don't get overcharged? I got maybe a little overcharged by, No, I really liked my photographer. My photographer was really expensive, but that was also like, these are the things that you're going to look back on. Mm-hmm. And then she was also into like everything nerdy, so I was
She was worth every penny.
she was fantastic. I loved her.
She undersold herself, and she was worth every penny without hesitation.
Yeah, she was fantastic.
Yeah, no regrets about giving her as
But-
much as we did.
Yeah, but I feel like I didn't overpay for anything else because I intentionally looked for not big industry things. Mm-hmm. Like, I bought my wedding dress on Etsy.
Yeah.
I measured myself and I bought my wedding dress on Etsy, and I had to have it like hemmed, but I didn't have to have it taken in almost at all.
Oh, well, okay. Well, here's the other thing, right? Is like, we got a
Went
package.
to a local lady that's been doing dresses, like wedding dresses, for like her whole life. Like, she was elderly,
Well, hold on.
gay women-owned caterer.
Like that, we got a package. We got a package deal, right? But as a part of the package, for the venue, I mean, we got a package for the venue. But as a part of the package that decreased the price, we went like a year in advance. And while we were doing the walkthrough, she was like, "Oh yeah, you know, we have people who are like, we're gonna get married next week. Can we do this venue?" And we were like, "Oh my god."
I was like, that makes me want to throw up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got engaged, and then I think like 3 days later, Ethan was like, "What about this venue?" Because we were like vaguely talking about it, and I was like, "Oh my god, you're a fucking genius." Mm-hmm. So we literally called like over a year out.
Yeah. Yeah. How am I already out of room?
Yeah, I like, honestly, like, anybody who's getting married, put the money into the photographer. Like, find somebody that you like, and if they're fucking expensive, spend it.
Yeah. No, that's honestly, yeah.
I also thought most people booked a year in advance. When you talk to people who like do weddings, like these people at the venues who you like work with to plan your venue and like caterers, the amount of people that are like, "Hi, can you do this in like 3 days?" They have too many stories that I'm like, I want to die.
It's really scary.
That's what, like, when I called the venue to like ask about dates a year out, I was like, oh, like, granted we weren't like super hard set on a date.
But that's because we were a year out.
Yeah,
You
but
know?
also like we weren't like we have to have this day, but just
I am too stupid for this game.
I was so surprised because like it only took me 2 tries. Like I picked one, and it was taken, and then the next one I picked, she's like, yeah, that's open. You said save the dates first, Merkwim. I didn't know all of these things. My mother did.
Your mom has
Oh.
a bachelor's in home economics.
Home ec. Thank you. Home ec is what I couldn't think of. My mother did home economics because she's, a boomer, and that was a thing, which is just secret code for how to be a wife back in like the 50s. So my mother told me how you do everything. So you literally get.
She was a great resource, though. Like,
She was actually very.
in all
helpful.
seriousness, there's all kinds of little things that she knew. That'd be good.
Yeah, but you do save the dates. So once you get, you do need to get your venue. That should be like the first thing you get is your venue. So then you have the date, and then you just send out save the dates. So you like this town, this day, and then you send it out super far in advance so everybody knows, and they can start like blocking it off on their calendar. And then like once you've like worked out the details to the point that you know like when your food is gonna be served and things like that, then you send out the invitations. I think I sent our invitations out 6 months ahead of time.
Yeah, it was 6 months because we had a summer wedding. You sent out the invites in
the winter.
like
Snow
around Christmas. Yeah.
Which I didn't know, but luckily my mother did.
Yep. I got tangled up and I got hit and bumped into the brain coral.
I had a coworker who just went to a friend's destination wedding in Mexico.
Fuck, that's so... My God, just
And
fuck
like
that.
it was beautiful, but I'm also like, it's really pretentious for you to assume that everybody you want to invite has the funds to do that.
It's so much. It's so much.
Also, like, I wanted to sleep in my own bed the night before the wedding and after my wedding. Like, I came home to my comfy PJs and took a shower in my own shower to my cat.
Yeah.
Like, also, like, what if you forget something?
I mean,
Like,
yeah,
we had to drive a bit, but, like, it wasn't like, oh no, I'm in Mexico and I forgot my
earrings.
bra or some, my earrings
Yeah.
or something.
Oh, you immediately go for bra, and I'm like, earrings. No, that's true.
What if you forget the rings?
I mean, weddings are just so high stress in general that being able to like sleep in your own bed is nice, like nice.
I don't remember where it was in Mexico, Raphael. That's a huge problem for your. Merkwim, not that it would be, if it's not feasible money-wise, it's not. But like, I've heard people doing like one wedding for one family and then one wedding for the other family, so that people can't like travel. If people can't travel, but like making them both like real small.
Well, that's the thing is like we debated doing that and having one wedding here and then doing another wedding in California and having that one be in Spanish.
Yeah, but California is stupid expensive, and we were like, "Fuck that noise."
Yeah, it's like it's because at that point we were like we're doing too much. We're just doing. Too
I was
much.
also like, "We're not having any more people than this." Like,
well, that was a part of the family drama. We're like, if we could say that everybody's got to come here and we get a smaller venue, it's like, sorry, I can't invite all of my second cousins.
yeah, because Ethan's family's Chilean, so they're like, "Oh, are you inviting my cousin's daughter? Are you inviting my cousin? Are you inviting the family friend of my third cousin?" And I'm like, "No!"
It's like, hey, we bumped into this guy on the bus on the way over here. It's cool if he shows up, right? He brought beer. Like that. I've been in the room as that happened.
Yeah, so we were like, oh no, we can only have this many people that fit. It can only be literally immediate family.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Drew Skywalker. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the other thing. Is
I gotta finish Andor. Like, everybody's talking about how great this season is.
Fuck, they don't want my children. My cats.
Maybe they're tired because of the storm.
I think Ice Cream went back to the entertainment center.
See in his bed? No.
No.
He is almost flush with that bed, so I can't see him.
Yeah, we have a cat tree in the room that we're in, and it's like got fluffy bed. And when when Popsicle gets all like snuggled into it, you can almost barely see him.
Your sister-in-law is Mexican in the same way? Yeah. I'm not judging. I'm not saying it's like a bad thing. I'm not judging. You know, it's cool. Like sometimes, you know, like I've been to like family reunions. I've been to family events, and it's like you're sitting down. It's like, so how are we related? And it's like, oh, you're so and so.
Also,
this
like
and that and the other.
respectfully, my family is painfully white. So
Yeah,
it would have been a really uncomfortable like cultural clash if we invited a lot of Ethan's extended family. And they also would have been like, what do you mean we're not dancing and having a like huge party?
Your mother and I have bumped heads on occasion.
Yeah.
You know, as respectfully as possible. It's been...
No, you don't need... My whole family is painfully white.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
And
been...
my parents are boomers. Painfully boomer.
It's been a little
Love them, but oh my god.
Little bit of a problem in the past.
Yes, Ethan did have to spice train me. It's true.
I have, and I think I've done a good job.
You have.
Yeah, for somebody
My
who
life is
didn't
better.
eat sandwiches.
Okay, it's because nobody in my family told me you were supposed to put like butter or mayo or something on the bread, so they always made dry fucking ass sandwiches, and I'm like, these are disgusting. And then I met Ethan, and then he's like, no, this is how you make a fucking sandwich, and I'm like, oh, no wonder so many people eat these. This is so much better.
Yeah.
My mother is a meat and potatoes kind of lady.
So, when people said meat and potatoes growing up, I didn't know they meant, like...
Literally meat and potatoes.
Meat, potatoes, heat, and nothing else.
She puts a little bit of pepper on it, but not too much, because pepper can be spicy.
No, she doesn't. I have to salt and pepper fucking everything.
No, she does. That's how little she puts on it.
Oh my god. Yeah, I didn't know it was oh yeah, we're gonna get these potatoes and we're gonna warm them up. And I was like, oh, we're done. Like, you do that and then that's it.
If you picture, like, if you type meat and potatoes into Google, and it's a meat, pile of potatoes, extraneous vegetable, that is it.
I thought something very different.
Okay, I respect the rest of the world, but I do not understand your people's obsession with beans.
Beans?
Mexico aside, like, I understand refried beans. I don't like refried beans or beans in my burritos, but I understand it. I will never understand fucking Europe's obsession with that weird ass Heinz bean can on fucking every food they eat.
Yeah, beans on toast there. I have the exact same feeling about sour cream, guacamole, and refried beans, right? That is like the holy trinity of a good burrito. Like, you cannot have a good burrito without it. You can't have good nachos without it, right? I'm not fucking dunking my French fries in them. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh, you all can take your it's just the UK. Okay, I apologize, Europe. I don't understand.
Did you go too far?
I did. I apologize, Europe. I take it back.
It's just like Eurovision. Even Europe's just like, that's not us. That's not us. That's them. That's them.
Let me correct that. I don't fucking understand England and their obsession with those nasty ass looking beans on everything. Also, would it kill you to cook your meat?
Why is everything fried or boiled?
Okay, but then they fry their bacon, and then it's still like not cooked.
Hold on.
Or it's like charcoal.
Well, it's because it's a different cut. I didn't know this, but they use it's literally a different cut.
Also, a hot dog is not a sausage. They are different. Sausages are fine, but if you're selling me a hot dog and you give me a sausage, that's not what I asked for.
We've been on some very dark parts of...
Oh, yes. Also, what is with England and the fucking peas? Peas are not supposed to be mushed. They don't grow that way. You lightly steam them, and then they're delicious. Not like... It's not supposed to look like
Not supposed to look like what now? What?
That's how the British mushed peas look.
Boiled turkey? Boiled turkey?
Fairy bread is also weird to me. Like, honestly, less weird than the beans and the mushed peas. Like, at least, like, it's not my thing. It kind of looks a little bit gross, but I can also see, like, 1,000% making that be, like, a fast meal to give some kids so that they're happy.
I thought fairy toast
Okay,
was like...
I'm convinced that everybody who hates peas is because you've had those disgusting mushed peas. Like, everyone's like, I hate peas. And I'm like, peas are really good. And then I saw those fucking mushed peas, and I was like, those aren't peas.
I fucking hate peas. That's just, like...
Because you've had those mushed peas.
I haven't. I had those mushed peas. We went to London for a week, and I got traumatized by a lot of food.
Yeah. In Germany, you're obsessed with bread. Everybody says American bread's sweet.
Yes, I had a sandwich. I remember the one sandwich I had in London, and I was like, this is a fucking crime.
Bread is amazing.
Bread is amazing.
I fucking love bread.
Yeah. That was the thing that got me. That was like a, because you know, being in
I've only had American bread, Merkwin, but when I talk to people who are not from like my coworkers from South Africa, and like she's always like, oh, American bread is so sweet, and I'm like, I don't know, I've only had American bread.
like being in music school, you are constantly presented with like Eurocentricity, right? Which I'm just not here for, right?
Tiny stinky bombs in my meal.
I'm not here for the Eurocentricity, right? See, like it gets challenged in a lot of different ways. Once I saw that episode of Great British Bake Off, where it was Mexico Week,
That was a hate crime. That was a hate crime.
it wasn't just that they fucked it up really bad. They obviously did, right? But it was the fact that they did it with like no remorse. They were like, yes, we're gonna do this. We're gonna put feta.
Bye, Battle Mage. Thanks for coming in.
We're gonna put feta on our street tacos.
No, wait, how did they... Guacamole? How did they say it?
Guacamole.
Yes! Oh, it was the...
And she took a potato peeler to the avocado. Yeah.
You know that old Geico commercial with the old lady, and then she like has all those pictures, and she's like, "It's my Facebook," and the lady's
That's
like,
not how
"That's
this
not how
works."
this works." That was just
God.
me the entire fucking episode.
God, they was something fucking else, dude.
England's treatment of Mexican food is a hate crime.
I don't really.
Okay, also respectfully, I respect if people feel like American bread is too sweet. I haven't had other bread, but I also want to be able to bite into my bread without dunking it in a liquid. I feel like a few times I've seen other breads where I'm like, yo, I want to be able to bite into my bread. Just saying.
I've heard
Yes, they put feta on tacos, and they call them tacos.
tacos. It was tacos.
If you have not seen I guess everywhere else it's the Great British Bake Off. In America, it's got a different name. It's a whole legal thing. If you have not seen
Oh God.
If you've not seen the Great British Bake Off Mexico episode, well, first, strap in. Second, you should watch it because it's hate crime. But it's fascinating.
Mm-hmm. It was something else. I'll say that. What am I trying to do?
Also, I don't understand why somebody would why tourist type people go to the UK and then get Mexican food. It
That
feels like
doesn't
coming to
make-
Colorado and trying to get like seafood.
Well, hold on.
We are a landlocked state.
Yeah, no, that's always its own circus. No, remember we were because I don't know how we're constantly on food TikTok. Maybe it's because I'm fat, but
Why would you call meatballs the F slur? I've heard of cigarettes being called that, but not meatballs. Sorry, continue.
I thought it was sausage. Anyway, like Swedish Taco Tuesdays.
I didn't know that was a thing until I saw the TikTok.
And there's like
that is also a hate crime, Sweden.
That's like it's like bananas and cucumber and
They're not tacos. You can't call them tacos.
Yeah, it is different.
Oh, I have seen that company name. They say it differently.
What company?
I'm gonna say it wrong. It's like the yogurt company here, where it's the F word. But
Oh
they say it
yeah,
differently.
I won't. I'm not gonna say it.
I will fuck it up, so I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah. Hey, I'm trying to get rocks. Okay, don't be such a dick. Oh, cool. I got the
Okay,
rocks I
but
needed.
like shout out, because if you live next to like a black community, like good on you, because I'm sure you got like some real good food. That is the one thing I would say is it's gotten better, but Colorado is still very white.
Yeah, there's some parts of like southern Denver or eastern Denver that are pretty cool, but nah, it does suck a lot.
Yeah, see, you're the only white kid. There was 3 black kids in my entire high school. And mind you, I graduated with 1,000 kids.
We gotta go through my yearbook because it was like 50-50 if I remember correctly. For me. Right?
I don't remember.
Yeah, we have to go through my yearbook. Okay.
It's gotten better. Colorado has gotten slightly more diverse. There's pockets. Like Aurora is a lot more diverse than like other areas. Denver is more diverse, but then like, I don't know. Mountain towns are very white because they're really expensive.
Yeah, Aspen. Like when
that's
it's
where celebrities have homes.
yeah, like Tom Cruise has a house up there. Like that kind of thing.
My mother is from Wisconsin. That means nothing to the international viewers, but the American viewers will understand.
Okay, what am I trying to build now? I was trying to...
Only white kid in your elementary school. Yeah,
Computer chip, fiber mesh, cyber, or silver, or titanium.
oh, yep. Oh.
Oh, excuse me, just gonna school.
Ethan thought that was a joke till he met my family.
Yeah. I did. I sure did.
Occasionally, I get busted occasionally.
Oh, gonna scoot right by you there.
I'm just gonna squeeze right by you now. Literally my mother.
Fucking hilarious, I will tell you.
That one Kim Possible episode.
There's a Kim Possible episode? What, did I miss it?
We'll have to see it sometime. I remember it vaguely. Yes, Wisconsin does have the cheese hats.
Yes. My grandpa was into the cheese hats.
The Packers. They pack in the cheese.
I don't do good with the sports ball.
Packers.
When I was a kid, I was totally into, oh, you're gonna play hand dig ball. Now I'm an adult, I'm just an idiot. I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't really know the rules, but I'm here for it. Woo!
My dad and my uncles are very standard white American men, so they always are watching the sports. So I can talk at the sports. I'm not always 100% sure that I'm saying the right thing, but I can pass. I can sit at if I'm forced to go to somewhere and get stuck in the conversation about sports, I can vaguely contribute. I'm not having fun, but I can do it.
Okay, I have titanium. Oh, wait. Now I do. Okay. I have titanium. I have fiber mesh. I have...
See, whenever I hear cheese wheel, now I think of that one event where people chase the cheese wheel down a hill and die. It's somewhere, I can't remember where, but they just fucking... They all go down a hill chasing a cheese wheel, and people fucking die and lose eyes and limbs.
Isn't that also in England? Are we just on an England hate thread right now?
Apparently.
I have wire somewhere.
I hear that, Mark. I hear that from people who come where they're wait, I thought all of America was this, and I'm like, no, that's just Texas.
Yeah, America's fucking huge.
Or that's just Florida.
Like America.
England deserves it.
Oh, okay. Silver, ore, and titanium. My inventory management here is dog shit.
Always. My grandparents had this one
gold.
fucking meal that literally made me sick. It's 2 times I ate it.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't remember where the fucking... It's probably
Silver.
England. Like, you're probably right. That sounds like something the British would do. We're all gonna die of the plague in like a year. We might as well risk our lives chasing cheese.
That's just the way you said that. Sorry. It's really good. Oh my god. Well, I mean, it's all because of like the really... It's all because of like the climate in Europe, right? Like harsh winters meant that they had to preserve food, and that's why everything's like pickled and cheese and...
You know, you say harsh winters.
And then you
But
come
these-
here.
But these are the people who... I know they don't have air conditioning. And like now with global warming, it's different. But these are the people who are like dying of heat stroke and it's like 60 degrees out. Which I still don't know what that is in Celsius.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta convert the freedom numbers.
Convert?
16 Fahrenheit to Celsius. Roughly 15 degrees Celsius.
Let's see, that's salt. Ooh.
Ah, the streamer we broke down.
Huh?
Utterly broke you about Velveeta cheese. Comfort. I can't talk sometimes.
I keep getting... Or fucking Velveeta kept...
Velveeta retweeted you that one time. That was great.
They've retweeted me like... not retweeted. They've like quote tweeted me like
Yeah.
2 or 3 times.
Oh, hello.
It's like, do you know that I'm fat? Phantom Adventures? Hi!
Oh,
Laser
oh,
cutter.
cabbage and corned beef. I'm convinced nobody actually likes corned beef. I mean, maybe if you're like Irish, I'll exclude you. But I feel like Americans don't actually like corned beef. They just want to pretend that they're Irish, so they eat corned beef.
That and golf.
Nobody likes golf.
I'm convinced that nobody likes
No,
golf.
you know what golf is? Golf is for boomers and men who don't want to spend the day with their wives.
Oh my god. Yeah, you're not wrong.
That's what I'm saying. People in England were dying of heat stroke in 60-degree weather, and they don't have air conditioning.
Well, because
Which I didn't know, but they don't have air conditioning, but still.
That's because they built their houses to like withstand the cold, right? No? Well, that's what they make fun of us for. So, that's what I imagine they're doing?
Yeah, no, my grandmother also eats corned beef, and I'm convinced that it's this weird thing that America has where they're like, we want to glorify Europe, which like right now is kind of like, yeah, well, America sucks. But it's like this weird boomer thing where it's like, we need to glorify like our ancestors. And I'm like,
What are these?
by like my parents' generation, I'm like, you're just American. You're not fucking Irish.
These are so pretty. Reef back.
You're not your fucking ancestors. Like, yes, they're here, but like, we're American.
I'm
Fuck off.
so sick and tired of people trying to be European. It's like, bro, we don't live there.
I agree, Raphael. Golf courses are such a waste of land.
That
And
was
water.
that was such a good joke in what was it? Dark Winds?
Yeah.
Oh, such a good joke.
Dark Winds is a good show. If you all haven't watched it, it's
Dark
on
Winds?
AMC and Netflix.
Dark Winds was like amazing.
It had a couple little like hiccups, but it mostly means well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Europeans excluded. I'm talking about Americans who are out here like, my Irish heritage, and I'm like, your family's been in America for like 10 generations.
Mm-hmm.
You're not fucking Irish anything.
It's like, oh no, this is Irish fiddle, and I'm like, I'm gonna go throw up. But hey, man, you have fun. Like people who say Irish when they mean like Appalachian.
Like, I did that DNA thing, which is like fun, and like, yes, I have a like decent percentage of Irish DNA that's been traced back to Ireland, but I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I'm Irish.
Mm-hmm. Dude, this is such a
I'll be
cool
like,
guy.
my great grandfather came over on the potato famine boat thing, so he was Irish, but I'm not Irish.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean that's the thing, is like, it's when people mostly mean like Appalachian, and the problem is like Appalachian history is way darker than a lot of people like to say. And so like when people are like, oh no, this is Irish music, oh it's the Irish fiddle and all that kind of stuff, it's like really bad erasure of just all kinds of stuff. Like I could talk about it for literally days.
Merquim, I was personally disappointed because I was like, I'm gonna have like exclusively white European like DNA results, and I was hoping literally for like, it's not white, but like Spain. Like they're still white, but at least there's like a dust of some like culture. No, I'm just white. Meanwhile, Ethan's got like indigenous Chilean like ancestry DNA, and I'm sitting over here like, hi, white girl.
That also contributed to drama.
That did, but I was so disappointed. I couldn't even get like, I'm trying to think of countries that are still white but like on the edge. No, it was just all the countries that were white, and everybody else is white. Yes, I really did. My DNA test was like, I was so white that I have fucking like Scandinavian in there.
Like, Sarah's so white that looking at the computer screen to read her results gave her a sunburn.
It's true.
95% indigenous? That's sweet.
That's awesome.
Hey!
I didn't even get like that like 0.05% like Africa or something like that. It was so disappointing.
Yeah, I got like 1% Africa. A little bit
You
of
had like fun shit. Mine was literally like, you born white toast. And I was like,
sorry.
"Aw." Like I kind of expected it, but I thought I'd at least get like something.
Let's see here. What can we make? Batteries. Let's take all the titanium.
I respect people, especially minority people who don't want to do DNA tests. Like, I
Yeah.
respect everybody's right to not want to do a DNA test.
Yeah.
But I'm also on team, like, I'll upload that shit to the, like, public thing, because if anybody I'm ever related to, like, is a murderer, like, go get them.
Kind of like how you always have to put your fingerprints up for any job.
Oh my god, I've been fingerprinted for, like, every fucking job.
Yeah.
But that's how they caught the Golden State Killer. I love true crime. Don't get me started.
Well, hold on. You don't just like true crime. You also like. Hold on. This is market research for you. Like this is you're like. You're getting.
I only work with people in the justice system who are going to get back out of the justice system.
Right. Okay. But still, it's like when you watch those jail shows, it's like that's how they're smuggling, and then like you go to work, and I'm like okay, so you're getting something out of this.
Ethan's mom actually got us a DNA test for Christmas one year, and then like refused to do it.
Yeah, after she found out that she was native, she now refuses to do it.
Because she keeps trying to sell us that like everybody in her family was blonde with blue eyes, and we're like, bitch, this is some deeply internalized racism, girl.
Yeah, that's how we found out my mom comes from the not fun side of Chile. That was a.
What isn't owned by the Mormons, Merkwim? I loved Crumble Cookie, and I found out it's owned by the Mormons, and now I'm like, I can't buy Crumble Cookie anymore. Yeah, colorism is a hell of a thing.
Yeah.
This is Avery Quinn.
She's also like that generation where she came over here and they like beat children if they didn't speak English, so like something trauma, something, but...
They run low on engine grease, send an SOS. You offer help, they don't pick up.
Oh, you have a couple people that said
Aurora,
hi.
I'm out on the far side of the system.
And then
Hi, Ginger28. How you doing?
More than a week to reach your position.
Oh, thanks, Momic. I appreciate
Our
it.
assistance, over.
Yeah, 23andMe also filed for
I'll try
bankruptcy.
them again tomorrow. Damn charter's gonna have us blowing our credits running errands for Altera. See what the long-range hands pick up in the meantime.
It's gold. Put the lead here.
I also loved that your brother refused to do it for like the exact opposite reason.
Oh, my brother?
Yeah, Ethan's youngest brother also refused to do the DNA test, but it was 1,000% because he didn't want it to come back that he was more white.
God, yeah, I remember that. God, my family's just a fucking train wreck, dude.
Like, Ethan's mom was like, no, I need to be white. I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
and Ethan's
yeah.
youngest brother was like, I refuse to be white. I'm not doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yo, sorry, bro, but, like, your dad white. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because my little brother's like blonde hair, blue eyed, or at least was when they were a kid. And so I was like, you're the most Ubermensch of all of us. Sorry, like I don't know what to tell you.
It like sympathy, but like Ethan's brother is the most white looking out of the siblings.
Yeah.
And then Ethan's sister is probably the most like Chilean looking
Out of the
out of
siblings,
everybody.
yeah.
You're like a good right in the middle.
Of my family group, sure.
Yeah.
Then you look at my cousins, and it's like, where do you fit in with this, buddy? Okay, good up, and yes.
Well, don't worry, Merc. When you come to America, like, yes, everything is owned by the Mormons, but they are required to be painfully nice to you.
Yeah. I'm trying my hand at inventory management, and I don't know if I'm doing it right.
I went down a whole YouTube rabbit hole of learning about, like, the secrets behind the Mormon church. Now that's, like, all my YouTube wants to recommend me, which I'm not necessarily upset with, but...
Okay, the Sea Glide beacon. What are we trying to build? Oh, wait. I know what we're trying to build. Where...
Genes are so fucking weird that, like, when somebody is, like, has, like, a direct relative that's, like, native, but then they look incredibly white. Genes are crazy. Or, like, you see, like, siblings, and, like, one of them looks incredibly, like, one race, and the other one looks like the completely opposite race, but they're, like, fucking siblings.
Story of my fucking life.
It all started saying with a woman saying her mission was a waste of time. Yes, Merkwim, I see you too watch these videos.
Her mission was... So, my mom is one of 3 sisters, right? Her other 2 sisters, my aunts, my tias, right? They, both married Italian guys who are the...
In America, Italian is code word for we think we're not white.
These guys embrace their Italianness, something fierce, like I'll say. And so my cousins all have like darker features, darker complexion.
Your cousin's tan so that she doesn't look as white as she is, please.
But remember that swimming is good for your glutes and endorphins.
But then I have one cousin.
You just moved on.
Huh?
You just moved on
Sorry.
from my comment.
No, sorry, they were talking to me.
Oh.
And then I have one cousin who just like somehow got every single native gene in my whole family.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I got my little thingy. I love this little thingy. Do you see it?
Yeah, that's how all of the DNA places, all they work off of is people who've also submitted the same DNA based off of DNA that's in those places already.
Yeah.
It's based off of like what they have access to, not like the actual reality of the world. Your brother looks more Irish than I do. I'm American. I'm like, I don't know, I'm a white bitch. I live in America. I don't feel like I look like a white girl.
Your family is very waspy,
Okay,
right?
that's fair.
I love this little boat thingy.
Oh, this little boat thing.
Yeah.
I'm actually just staring at chat.
No, see, look,
because-
it's the sea moth. See?
Yeah, I stare at chat because these types of games give me motion sickness. Everything gives me motion sickness, but
Sorry.
specifically like first-person games. So
Ow! I just heard it. Okay.
yeah, they gave us his mom gave us a DNA test for Christmas. We were like, yeah, we might as well do this. I work in the justice system. They have my fucking fingerprints.
Yeah.
Sideburns and freckles. I used to have freckles when I was younger.
Did you really?
I did.
You also had a bowl cut.
I did. I was the Dora the Explorer. You bring this up every time.
You were the 5th Beetle.
It's my mother's fault.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Just hit a fish. I'm looking for stuff to scan.
I know. I was listening to a true crime like book. I was listening to the audiobook.
No way, you were doing that the other day? Sorry.
I was like, I'm bad at reading nonfiction. It makes me sleepy, so I listen to nonfiction and I read like fiction books. So I was listening to it, and there was like this lady, and it was like, oh yeah, her job was literally just to like follow people's family trees, and I'm like, wait, her job was literally to just stalk people, and I was like, if this social work thing doesn't ever work out, like sign me up, because I would be so fucking good at that. I mean, I get to legally just sit and like have access to government databases to stalk people. Fucking sign me up.
Sarah is the person who can find your coworker's ex on Insta in a matter of minutes.
See, you had the Dora the Explorer hair too. Mm-hmm.
Oh, was it a thing that I missed?
My friends and coworkers send me those memes of like, who needs the FBI? Just call this one girl. She'll find him in 45 minutes. They're like, look at you.
Yep.
I'm like, you're not wrong, but also like I feel attacked.
Sarah, you know those guys who are like absolutely amazing at geocaching? Sarah is that, but for Instagram pages.
Well, I'm not giving away my secrets. But let me just tell you, I can find. There's a lot of public things you can do to find somebody pretty quickly.
No, it's terrifying. You have found people's like home addresses, and I'm like, this doesn't feel like it should be accessible.
It depends on the state. But I've found people's home addresses and who owns their home.
Yep.
So, you know how to do it. It's pretty easy.
PVDA data.
Very terrifying. I love the vibes in this game. It freaked me out the first time I read that this game was like a horror game, or it was categorized as a horror game, because I don't know, it didn't seem scary.
Yeah, Merkwim. I feel like race now is more of like a cultural definition than it is like a DNA genetics visual.
Well,
thing.
that's I think that's kind of like this is something that I deal with almost all the time, especially on the internet, because the internet is such an like aggressively international space, which is not a bad thing. Like, I want to make that clear, not a bad thing. But like the number of times I have to deal with somebody and I don't know what they're really like talking about, and then I look at their like post history and it's like, oh, they're from the UK, they're from XYZ place. It's like people of African descent in your part of the globe will likely have a very different story than people of African descent in my part of the globe. And like, what you're saying might fly where you're from, but don't cross the Atlantic and say that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a lot of things like I would never say. If somebody says like that and it's their culture, I'm like, cool story, yeah, great for you. I will not be that, but
yeah.
You do you. Also, you need to read that one because I feel like it'll make you excited.
What's up?
They have a Subnautica Peeper plushie next to them.
There's a Subnautica plushie? I gotta get it. See, I did that thing that I do with games where I'm like, oh, I really love this game. I'm gonna play it for like 18 consecutive hours, and then I put it down, and then I just didn't pick it up again. You know what I mean?
If your job you're applying for needs your fingerprints, then you'll get a job in the justice field or working with kids.
Kids.
Those are the two jobs I had to get fingerprinted for.
With kids, that'll do it.
I did not have to get DNA tested.
No.
I don't think the cops do either. They really should, though.
Cops need to go to fucking school.
They should make all the cops submit a DNA test.
Yeah.
Because the number of, like...
I see that. That's why we're going back to base. My shit's breaking.
The number of cops that end up being, like, serial killers or something is too damn high.
Oh, come the fuck on. There we go.
Also, gotta shout out electric fingerprinting. Way better than, like, the ink fingerprinting.
Well, I always have a hard time.
Cops have to graduate high school. At least in our state. And then you can... And they go to, like, an academy, but it's all, like, how to run and shoot a gun and get tasered.
New PDA data.
I worked briefly with old people and I did not have to get fingerprinted, but that could have changed.
When I, whenever I get my fingerprints done, because I've had to a couple times now for different reasons.
Oh, they always are so upset because they have their, like, system, and Ethan's wrist is different, and
Yep.
they can't do their system, and they get so mad.
My arm don't turn over good and such.
It's
and
always real awkward because like they have a system where they do it and they like roll
Mm-hmm.
your fingerprint, but it's a lot of like wrist movement. So obviously Ethan can't do that.
Yo.
So it's like this really awkward like body sway. But then the guy had like the people fingerprint. It's usually men. The like men's fingerprinting, like Ethan's
Well,
gotta like sway with. It's weird.
The other thing is like they think I'm faking it, you know? It's like, oh, I'm faking it, and because I imagine they have to deal with a lot of people who like try to fuck up their fingerprints on purpose for a variety of reasons.
Merquim, ACAB is exclusively for American cops, and it's very accurate.
Yeah.
I'm glad you like your cops. I can count the number of cops that I trust on half of one hand.
Yeah.
And I
They-
work near a lot of them.
They are the exception, not the rule.
Do you have your placard yet? Oh, we've not gotten our VIP.
I have
yet.
to go to the doctor. They're discontinuing one of my medications, and I have to get a different one in the same family.
Ethan's
And
on my insurance.
the last
now.
time I did that, I had a lot of really bad reactions, and I gotta go to the doctor and be like, hi, everything in my body doesn't work. If this was a zombie apocalypse, I would be dead very quickly.
Oh, I hate the TB test.
Fix me!
I have never been drug tested for a job, which is surprising.
Mm-hmm.
I do have to get the TB test. I fucking hate getting the TB. It's not like painful or anything. I just hate getting it.
This is Life Pod
They put like a little like
I have a passenger
bubble
on
of
board.
fluid under your
Coordinates
skin, and it's
attached.
yeah, I hate it.
We've landed a kilometer from the crash site, but there's radiation in between
Yeah,
us
German
and the
cops have to get
rendezvous.
like training.
Request
American cops are like,
immediate
did you graduate high
assistance.
school?
6 out.
Awesome. Can you
Signal coordinates
maybe count?
selected.
Cool, you're in.
Approximate transmission origin recorded to data bank.
I think... Oh, wait, no, I want that. I think that's something that a lot of people don't realize is just, like, the profound level of lack of education. You know, like, I think a lot of people, even who would be in favor of these kinds of people, don't realize that folks like Kyle Rittenhouse, like Kyle Rittenhouse failed the, he failed the exam to go into the military. Like,
And that's a low bar because they want fucking everybody.
you can't really fail it, and he failed it. It's like, it's
No, Merquim, this is
insane to
America.
think.
Only America exists on the internet.
Yeah, like, it's like...
As much as like as America wants you to think that their military is badass, and it's like the technology is pretty good, it's a low ass bar to just be a generic enlisted person in the military.
I think it's 11 Bravo. 11 Bravo is infantry.
Yeah, just your like average like I'm gonna walk off the street and sign a paper to be in the military. It's a real low bar.
And that's like kind of on purpose.
Oh, it's totally on purpose. Oh, they're like specifically targeting minority and low income people because if you live, you get to go and you do a certain amount of time, you get to go back to school and the military pays for it. And that's literally how they get so many people into the military, is this promise that they're going to be able to go to school because these are people who otherwise would never be able to afford going to school. It's a bad system.
It's not a good system. You can put it that way.
Different jobs even among... Yeah, I mean, like, just the generic get in the door. Like, once you're enlisted, if you want to, like, apply to be, like, a certain job, then you have to meet a certain requirement. Mm-hmm. Like, if you want to, like, work on cars or something, you have to, like, be able to do that.
Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of AIT in the military. Right? Advanced individual training.
1 a.m. on Monday. Mark, go to bed.
Yeah, dude, go to bed. Oh, holy shit, don't stay here. Let's see. Let's build some more foundation.
Oh,
So
you didn't
much
love
shit.
the people on the U.S. military base in Germany, Merquim?
Really?
I had a friend whose parent was in the military. She was on, Ramstein. She said it was fancy.
Du hast.
That is also what I always think of.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Oh, you're gonna pop for the amphetamines, but you gotta come with like come with a doctor's note of your prescription.
We're doing what for amphetamines?
Oh, worried about the drug test
Mm-hmm.
because it's gonna show up that they're on prescription drugs, but it pops as amphetamines
Oh, and like
on drug tests.
it's the same thing with
like ADHD medications,
or like
not
poppy seeds. Like
you have
poppy
to eat a lot of
seeds?
poppy seeds to pop for opiates.
But like if you eat a shit ton.
If you're like on, it's happened a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
It's more the problem is if you take like medications for ADHD, it just pops as amphetamines. So you have to come with like a prescription
Mm-hmm.
note from your doctor that you're actually on it. Just tell them up front. Be like, I take this medication. What do you want me to do? Like, I know this drug test is coming up. I take these. How do you want me to handle this?
Yup. Not entirely sure what I'm supposed to be doing next. I think I just gotta go experiment.
I don't know.
explore
Are the two
somewhere.
Ramsteins spelled differently?
Huh?
I
I thought it was kind of like hamburger. Like hamburger is named after Hamburg. You know? Mm-hmm. So it's just kind of like a... It's just the way it is. Fuck, keep clicking
That's
off.
what I hear, that like American service people just go over to other countries and get fucking drunk and like assault people, like women.
I've
They're
heard-
spelled differently. Okay, good to know.
I've heard Japan is really bad for that. Like the
I've also heard Japan is
the
really bad for
Japanese
that.
bases, like it's just a bunch of GIs being assholes. Oh,
Yeah.
what
I
time?
mean, it's a bunch of like, and that goes back to what I was saying. Like, it's a bunch of fucking 18-year-olds who enlisted, and now they're like in another country. This is like the first time they can drink. Sometimes they go to countries where like they're not even old enough to drink in America because you have to be 21 in America. Mm-hmm. But you have to.
And then they go to Germany, and it's like, oh, we can
and
drink now. Ooh.
Yeah, so they're getting fucking wasted.
Like you can't even be mad at them. It's like it's an 18-year-old. It's an 18.
Yeah, they're importing a bunch of dumb idiots on their own for the first time. Better hydrate or die straight.
Oops, I got to do that. Don't
I have a reminder on my phone, and I got to like enter the text on it, so it reminds me every so often to drink water. And I typed in drink water, you beautiful dehydrated bitch, and that's what my phone reminds me.
Yeah, yeah. All right, well, let's just pick a direction and go exploring. I had a professor who was a music therapy professor in my undergraduate, and he was from Germany. And that, like, even in Colorado, where we have a lot of breweries and a lot of people take a lot of pride in our draft beers, he was like,
I've never had one that tastes good.
he was like, the beer here is just terrible, and I thought it was the funniest fucking thing. You just see the lights go out, and these guys who are just like, no, it's artisanal. This beer is actually really good.
Drinking water when you're icky sick is good. Icky sick. Icky sick.
I mean-
Military band jobs are neat.
What's that?
Somebody said bread. Just their name's bread.
Military band jobs are neat. I imagine those are pretty nice. I know a couple people who are in the President's Best or the President's Own, like in the Marines. I thought you had to be an officer because they think they both have master's degrees now, but I think they're warrant officers, sergeants. I'm not sure, but they had to go through basic training, which I thought was really funny.
I trust that as a person from Germany, your mother knows a lot about beer, but also America has many different types of beer. They also, until recently, and in some states this isn't passed, they specifically sell weak beer in grocery stores. Until recently, grocery stores in Colorado were not allowed to sell like full beer. They had to sell like 3/4 beer or something like that. It was literally like watered down beer, and it was the only thing they were allowed to sell in grocery stores.
Unless you went to a liquor store, then
And you had to go to a liquor store
Yeah.
specifically to buy like actual full strength beer or alcohol, like hard liquors and things like that. And this was before Ethan lived in Colorado, but back in my day, all liquor stores were closed on Sundays.
Yeah, being
Not
in,
anymore, but
Being out in East LA, didn't have that problem.
But yeah, a lot of states still have that where they either don't sell any alcohol in grocery stores and liquor stores close at like noon or something like that. Well, a lot of them open at noon, but they specifically sell weak beer unless you go to like a liquor store or like an actual bar.
This game has the coolest animals.
Because America is all about religious freedom, but also my religion, not yours.
This game has the coolest. Sorry, I'm totally.
These are great questions about American alcohol. I barely drink, and Ethan doesn't drink.
I can drink, but I'd only be able to do it once, and then that's it.
So, great question. I don't actually know.
Permanently.
I drink like maybe once a month if I have to go, like if I go out with coworkers for like an event that I like can't find an excuse to get out of.
Cyclops, isn't that the, yeah, it's the sub!
The biomass in this area is dominated by plant life.
The premier band just skipped the first few enlisted ranks.
Signatures.
I don't know. Isn't that fair?
Yeah, I think they're like E7s or like E8s or something like that.
I never understand.
And they don't have to see combat, but they still have to go through basic. I just know that because that's what they did.
I also don't like whiskey, so specifically whiskey is not what you want to be asking me about. I like my drinks to be incredibly fruity and not taste like alcohol. Or I like a good sour beer, and that's about it.
What was the one Game of Thrones wine you really liked?
That was a sour beer.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
I do like champagne.
Dude, it is such a bummer that they stopped Game of Thrones at season 5. It could. I think it really could have done well.
So no wine. If I want to get wine, I go to the store and I find the like cheap at not like the cheapest, but like 10 and under, and I buy that.
What's something I can give up?
We have a bottle of champagne in our fridge left from our wedding, but Ethan doesn't drink.
I do not.
So I'm like,
On
one of these
account
days I'm gonna have to get like real fucking wasted and drink the bottle of champagne.
on account of me dying.
Yeah.
Yeah, with all the medications I take, if I drink, it interacts with a lot of them, and my heart will stop.
Warning.
Ooh, I'll skip it. My
Maximum
ADHD meds
reached.
that day and then
Hull
just have
damage
fun.
imminent.
Oh yeah, I like my drinks to not taste like alcohol. Oh, my coworker, love her dearly, but she's Mexican. Well, she's American, but her family is Mexican. Every time we go out, she wants to do like with work. She's like, let's do tequila shots, and I'm like, oh, I'd rather die.
Maybe that's her strategy for getting promoted, though. Is like, you have a lot of white people in management. What if they can't handle their liquor, and she knows it, and that's how she gets them loosened up?
I don't know.
What if
I
she's
can't-
actually like really smart for that, though?
I've been talked into a tequila shot twice, and each time I regret it. The hard fall off was season 5. I agree the first 2 seasons were the best. Up to season 5 was tolerable, and after that it just tanked it so hard.
You can tell it gets worse because Peter Dinklage's accent gets worse.
Sometimes it's good tequila because she says it's good tequila. I just don't like tequila.
Ooh.
Like, I trust her that it's good tequila. I just don't like it. I'll have a margarita, but it's got to be like a fruity margarita. I don't like a straight margarita. I want it to be like a strawberry margarita.
Integrating
Like a
new PDA data.
pineapple margarita. I'm a white girl. I can do that.
You're not white, you're see-through.
I'm transparent.
Dude, this game has such good vibes.
Okay, the upside. Honestly, getting tattoos has helped. Because before I was like, no, I don't want to be in the sun. I'm going to burn. And people like laugh at you because you're just pale and shit. Now it's like, no, I spent a lot of money on these tattoos. I don't want to fade them.
Well, it also makes it look like you're not one of the, like, it makes it look like you're not Mormon.
That too. George R. R. Martin is never going to finish the series.
Yeah, there's no fucking way.
That man is going to die, and it's not going to be finished.
And that
it's
is his
1,000%
fucking
because
right.
it ends exactly like the TV show, and everybody fucking hated it, and now he doesn't know what to do.
Mm-hmm. I think the ending in the TV show ruined the ending of the books. And
I'm
now
not blonde, so it's hard for me to look like a Mormon.
No, he doesn't want to get there.
Well, a Utah Mormon.
Dude, I fucking love Mormon TikTok. Where they're like, would you rather, like, not wear your special underwear or set a puppy on fire? And they're like,
Puppy on fire.
puppy on fire.
I also love the one where they were like, oh, the witches in Salt Lake. I was like, wait,
Yeah!
do we need to go to Salt Lake? I want to hang out.
I remember that. That one was so... Oh, my God.
Merkwim, I don't understand the drinks that you dilute. Why am I buying something to then dilute it with myself? Why you no dilute for me?
Isn't that technically more drink per bottle, though? Technically?
Well, it's like concentrate. And I guess you can, like, customize it. But I'm like, mix it for...
If I'm paying you money,
If
you
I'm
do
giving
it.
you money, I just want to pour it out of the thing and drink it.
Yeah.
Call me a lazy American.
There you go. Oh my God!
I work with a lot of people with addiction problems and like.
Well, you. Oh Jesus! Wrong thing.
I did my internship teaching DUI classes.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is like you entered DIY classes. Like that was pretty cool.
See, I understand selling like drops to make your water taste nice. Because I also am a really bad water drinker and like it to be like flavored. We call it white girl water at my job. Because I work with people who are not white. But then like white women, like the ongoing joke is I used to have my supervisor's supervisor was a black man. But he was married to a white woman. And when he first started the job, social workers tend to be a lot of white women. Like young white women.
Mm-hmm.
So they had like a potluck and he signed up to bring the drinks. And he's like, goes to his wife and he's like, what do white women drink? Because he's like, I don't know what the fuck to bring. And she's like, sparkling water. So he brings sparkling water and then it goes over great and everybody loves it. So the ongoing joke now is that he's bringing the white girl water. And we do all not all of us, but most of the white women do in fact drink sparkling water.
Yeah.
Why do cows have hooves instead of feet? Because they lactose.
Yep.
That was my 30th birthday present. I just suddenly was lactose intolerant when I turned 30.
I don't remember that.
And I was like, this is not cool.
Oh, thanks, Parzanto. I really appreciate it. I'm really working on a video. I'm starting to crash though right now.
I'm hungry. Do you want me to start dinner?
Yeah, it's okay. I think we gotta get off.
Do you want me to...
It's time for medications.
Pizza?
Pizza sounds great. Oh, I gotta drink water. Water, I'm gonna die.
Oh, I thought you meant literally.
No, I drink plenty of water.
You do. Ethan's like great at hydrating, and I'm over here like straight water has not touched my lips in like 12 hours.
Seek fluid intake
Yep.
immediately.
I'm like, I'm bad. I drink a lot of coffee and I drink a lot of
Liquid death.
liquid death. That is too water though. Liquid death is sparkling water.
I first discovered liquid death through Ray, the streamer.
It's gotta be flavored sparkling water. Just like carbonated water is legitimately disgusting.
I can't do carbonated water. I just can't at all.
Although I do love the videos of people trying to give sparkling water to like, their cats and dogs, and they're like,
Nope.
"Hey, is it spicy?" Okay, if anybody here likes sparkling water, Liquid Death has come out with like a soda line where it's still sparkling water, but it tastes like soda. I hear that the Coca-Cola one, Dr. Pepper one, amazing. I'm obsessed. I don't like mineral water.
Hang on, I'm trying not to die. Try not to die.
When you work with people who are like recovering from like addictions and things,
Almost
man,
died.
they fucking love Liquid Death because it's like, it looks like a beer can, but
It's in a can,
not.
yeah.
So they don't have to feel like There's a bunch of men in the justice system who have horrible things. So they're like, oh, I don't have to look like a pussy. And I'm like, we're not at the point where I can even begin to discuss this with you. Yes, the woman who's wasted and they give her a shot of tap water and she's like, thinks it's just like a shot. Yes.
Though
I love the drunk lady in the bathtub. Is that the one you were going to say?
Sarah's favorite social work related video.
I know which one it's going to be.
Sarah has a favorite social work related video, and I'm going to tell you all what it is so that you can send it to her and fill it. It's the two women, and there's somebody passed out, and she screams.
It's a person who looks like they're passed out, falling out of their car, looking like they're like the implication is that they have passed out from an overdose.
She goes, hit him with the Narcan, hit him with the Narcan, hit him with the Narcan. Okay, and then she grabs the whole box of Narcan and just throws it at him.
And like chucks it and it like bounces off the person. Oh, so fucking
guaranteed to get Sarah to pee her pants every time.
Love it so much. Such a dark. I posted it online once, and everybody was like, "This is awful. This isn't how you should treat overdoses." And then other people were like, "This is the fucking funniest thing I've ever seen."
Yeah.
My coworkers all thought it was so funny.
The other one that Sarah really likes, the other one that Sarah really
she
likes.
quite literally hits her with it. Like the joke is like, "Oh, hit her with the Narcan." Like you need to administer the Narcan, but it comes in like these boxes. It comes in like square boxes, so she throws literally the entire box with the 2 doses of Narcan and bounces the box off of the passed out person.
The other
favorite.
The other one that Sarah absolutely loves is just break up with him.
That woman is my favorite. It's like these women. It's like this group of women sitting around, and one of them's like talking about like their drama with their boyfriend, and one of the other women just stands up and she just goes, "Just break up with him."
Just break up with him. That one's really good. Let's see here.
The fuck was that?
What?
Something just beeped. Oh, the air purifier wants a new filter. Okay.
Nice. Wait, that air purifier?
No, the big one.
Oh, okay. We have all kinds of air purifiers because Sarah is of weak blood.
Yeah. Also, the big one sits near, closer to the litter box.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know what it is about kittens, y'all, but, like, that boy can stink up a place. God damn. He eats the same thing ice cream does, and I'm like, I'm feeding you the same thing. Is the Narcan video on YouTube? Let me, probably. I think you could literally search, like, hit him with the Narcan. I think it was back in the Vine days.
Let's see. Okay, open locker. Titanium. We want
If I
titanium.
spelled Narcan right. Good job, Sarah.
Oh my god, I have too much stuff. It's everywhere.
That did not bring it up. Hit him with the Narcan. Fine.
Let's just eat some stuff. Okay. Table coral. Now I need...
It's not the immediate top result. This is a travesty!
Better fix it.
Was it a TikTok? I can't remember now.
I think it was a TikTok. So I need silicone. And then I need to take off my flippers. And then I can make me some new flippers. No? Yes. Wait. Is that not... Ah, wait. I need... There. Now... How do I make the Ultra Glides?
I see one that's like an animated one that's similar, but it's not the one.
Why can't I make
I'm like
these?
90% sure I have it downloaded on my phone, but I don't know if I can find it.
Absolutely you do.
Oh, I have another one that's downloaded on my phone. This is one of like the first TikToks I ever saw that I also deeply love. And it's this girl talking about that some lady came in and it turned out she was like a murderer. But like she ends the TikTok where she goes, "A murderer was in my place of employment." It's just the way she delivers it is so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, I paused the stream. Yeah, my family really dislikes it because I have Narcan in my car, and I like gave them a lift somewhere, and they had to sit in the back seat, and I have it in the back seat, and they're like, where are you going that you're carrying this? And I'm like,
Aurora,
everywhere. Everyone should carry Narcan. I carry Narcan in my work bag. I carry Narcan in my personal purse. I carry Narcan in my car.
We're now en route to your location.
Ain't nobody dying on my watch.
Sunbeam out. What else can I say?
We almost had to,
Also, for the record, it is okay to administer more than once, and the strength of drugs currently, you typically need to Narcan somebody at least twice.
So are all the others.
Brooklyn, you haven't heard of Narcan? It's the brand name. I don't remember what the medication is called. Naloxone. It's called Naloxone. If somebody is overdosing from opiates, it only works on opiates. It's a spray that you put in, it's the nasal spray, it up their nose, and it binds with the receptors in your brain that absorb opiates, and it basically like takes all of the opiates in your system and like yanks them out. So then you're no longer overdosed. It basically sends people immediately into withdrawal. So they're really mad when you Narcan them and they come around because they're going to feel horrendous.
they tend to throw up.
If you Narcan somebody, you kind of like Narcan them and move back because they might come up swinging.
Yep, it's like Narcan and then call the cops. It's almost like an EpiPen.
Yeah, it pulls people out of overdose. But it only works on opiates, and it can't hurt you. So if somebody is like unconscious and you Narcan them, and it turns out that they're not unconscious because of an opiate overdose, it won't hurt them.
Yeah.
They also will not become conscious. So you still need to figure out what's wrong with them, but it's not going to hurt them. But legitimately, if anybody ever Narcans somebody, like, be careful. I've never had to Narcan somebody, but I've seen people Narcaned and, like, they're not happy.
Would you say it's better to have Narcan than to not have Narcan?
Oh, yeah. Well, you can't hurt somebody. If you give someone Narcan and the problem is not that they're overdosing from an opiate, it does not hurt them.
Do I need to take away... Oh, thank you, Sarah Mayfield. I appreciate it.
Oh, I go to, like, events with, like, people who are experiencing homelessness and, like, actively using... But, like, you never know. Like, somebody could, like, maybe not as common in Germany as it is in America, to be fair. But, like, somebody could overdose in the fucking King Super's aisle. I'm ready.
Yup. Let's see. I think I have to take apart my foundation. Oh.
Well, and before, in America, at least before the current administration came in and fucked everything, you could take you can still use expired Narcan, it's just not as potent. But you could take expired Narcan to, like, programs that do, like, needle exchanges and things like that. And you can give them your old Narcan and they'll give you new Narcan.
Saves lives.
They cut the fund that gives out free Narcan now, though, so yay!
Yeah, guess who did that?
The man with literal holes in his brain.
It's not a joke. That shit is
I'm
bad.
looking for the video. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? That's why I can't remember what I'm doing. I need to retake my meds. Like, why can't I figure out what I'm doing? I'm still trying to find this video, y'all. I swear.
Why can't I connect that? Dude, that's really cool, Sarah Mayfield. That's awesome. You should send it to me on Twitter. Oh, that's in the way. Send it to me on Twitter. I will check it out. Ha 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 ha. Now we can set this up.
I'm upset by how many videos people have made ripping off the original video.
Golden copper ore. Okay. Oh yeah?
Okay, I'm gonna try it on... Maybe we'll try it on TikTok.
Gold and copper ore, please.
We don't need to have the sound on because I recognize it.
That's how well you know it?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Do I have titanium here? I don't. I should have titanium, though. Yeah. Okay, now I just need copper. Hey.
I'm very
Okay.
glad you all exist to teach people how to appropriately use Narcan, but that is not what I'm looking for.
Now we can look for things. Wreck. Eee! Okay, now we can make upgrades. Fabricator. Oh, we need a computer chip and magnetite.
You read a book. It depends where you are in America. Some places they talk about drug use, and other places they don't.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in a well-to-do area, and we had to do this program that America has called DARE.
We had to do there too. We also had the dog.
Yeah, they brought in. That was the only cool part is they bring in like the police dogs, and they do like a demonstration where you get to see the dogs like chase, like get somebody in like a big padded suit. If I can find the video, I will put it on the Discord. But DARE is really dumb. And like literally didn't help anything.
It like quantifiably failed.
Yeah, like they did studies and it like literally didn't help. It was literally like a don't do drugs or you'll die.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, remember DARE was so stupid.
Yeah, they talked about how cool drugs were, and then they were like, okay, now don't.
Yeah,
do
they were
them.
like, here's all this cool shit drugs do. Now don't go do them.
Yeah. What? I'm a little confused. See, titanium and lubricant. Exterior, interior. Yeah.
If my favorite Narcan video no longer is in existence on the internet, I'm gonna be so mad.
Man, are we gonna have to make it?
No, because she did it so good.
It was pretty good. It was pretty perfect. I need a bigger room to fit my reactor?
Where did I post it?
Huh. Okay, I need to...
I am not finding it quickly, which is a bad sign because I used to be able to find it very quickly. Which, granted, there's a lot more funny, like, things about it now, but... my video. Okay, I'll find it eventually.
Bummer. The fuck is that sound?
Yeah.
It's been killing me this whole time.
DARE was the same as the piracy ad where it was like, oh, this is how you do it.
Yep. It's like, hey man, you wouldn't download a car, now you have 3D printing. It's like, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
1000%
I
would.
also got the sex education that was, don't have sex or you'll get pregnant and die.
Mm-hmm, don't do this or you'll die.
You'll get STDs and you'll die.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's the air filter. Of course, pipes only take up
Yeah, the
one
only good
slot.
part of DARE was like the cool dog demonstration.
What was the crime dog?
Oh, that was before our time.
No, I got crime dogged.
Oh, we didn't get crime. Something the crime dog, McGruff.
Yeah, something
Gruff,
like
something like that.
It was equally stupid. Okay, pipe.
Your sex ed class was more about how teachers went to college with Tom Brady than don't do sex.
That's kind of funny though.
Oh my god. So fucking Tim Tebow is like this obnoxious ass quarterback who was on the Denver Broncos for a while, who's like super fucking like religious and conservative. there's like a, if you live in Colorado, you know like what Boulder is. But he bought a bunch of fucking property in Boulder, which is like a really fancy, well-to-do area.
Boulder is the hippie central of Colorado.
Yeah, but now it's turning more into like we're trying to pretend that we're woke, but we're actually just rich.
Like Boulder has places where you can find people who are literally making like $400,000 a year being a yoga instructor.
Yeah. But anyway, so he bought all this fucking property in Boulder, which is really expensive property. And, like, he's so fucking rich that, like, the word on the street is, like, there's all this property that's fucking empty because he refuses to rent it out for any cheaper. Mm-hmm. But he has so much fucking money that he can just afford to keep paying for, like, if he's even fucking paying for it anymore. But, like, he owns all this fucking property that's just empty because he refuses to rent it out for any cheaper. Mm-hmm. So Tim Tebow made me think of that.
Yeah, just total sack of shit stuff.
Yeah, in like 6th grade, which is like the last grade of elementary school or primary school for people who have that, we did get like, here's boy parts and here's girl parts. But we like were split into genders. So like all the boys went with the boy teacher and learned, and all the girls went with the girl teacher and learned. And we did learn about the other one, but not like in the same room together. And then we didn't get anything in middle school. And then when we got to high school, it was don't have sex or you'll die.
Yeah, you'll die, and your penis will explode before you die, so it'll be painful.
Yeah, and I distinctly, you're all about to learn things about me, so good luck. But I remember like 6th grade, they were also like, this is what a period is. I had already gotten my period. I was like, y'all are like late. Like, This is not helpful. I'm here.
Well, your mom's an RN, so it was like,
yeah,
you're totally set. Let's see.
I went to a Catholic all-girls school in Germany.
Holy
I hear Europe does like actual sex ed. Some places in America do actual sex ed, but not most of them.
It's such a huge investment in terms of just like public health, you know?
7th grade was going to tell you about both the videos, but you only got around to the boys' video. That's peak America education.
Nice. Let's see. That works, I think.
And we did learn about like how babies were like made, but it wasn't part of sex ed. It was part of like science class. And it was not like, it was just generically like, this is how.
It wasn't like zygotes?
Huh? Yeah. I mean, it was more science, less sex ed.
Mm-hmm. I want fragments. Let's see. Ooh, there's one right here. There's two right there.
Map.
Yeah, so you do that, and then you hop into the camera, and the camera's like, hey, there's fragments over here, and then you move.
Yeah, the LGBTQ community will teach you everything you ever need to know about sex and sex ed and safe sex.
And how to dress.
True. Yeah, that's basically how everybody does elementary school now. Is it stops at 5th grade and 6th grade as part of middle school, but apparently I'm old, so that's not how it was when I was a kid. But I think that's how basically every school does it now.
He took my camera.
How to dress to impress instead. I will say the one thing I do feel like the LGBTQ community does that isn't always the most helpful is also how to do drugs. And it's not always how to do drugs safely. It's how to do drugs to get the best high. You put them up your butt.
These are the things you got to know when you're a social worker.
I worked in a place where I interacted frequently with gay men.
Old school gay men.
Old school gay men. But I literally had a conversation. I had a younger gay man come in who told me that he had syphilis, but he had it before, and the shot really hurts. So he's going to wait like another week because he's just not in the mood to get the painful shot. And I'm like, my man, it could eat holes in your brain. Just go get the butt stabbed. I'm sorry it hurts. I believe you. That is not a reason to not go get stabbed.
Right. Let's see here. Where is it?
Oh yeah, no, my school didn't. I mean, my school was if you have sex, you'll die.
Mm-hmm.
But we also definitely didn't talk about gay sex.
Yeah.
But like, I was kind of disappointed because when I like got older, like, well, it was in like high school and we got like the sex ed, but I didn't get like the somebody putting a condom on a banana or like a dildo.
That's what I got.
didn't get that, and I was kind of like,
I got the banana.
I feel robbed. See, everyone just said it. They went and put a condom on a wood dildo.
You got a dildo? What the fuck? All right.
American schools that did do it used the banana.
We got banana. Yeah.
No, it was just if you have sex, you'll die. It wasn't. Here's how you use a condom to be safe.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. On that note, I just realized exactly how much I'm crashing. So, and I'm looking at the time, and it's like, oh yeah, I need to eat, and I got meds to take. I was really, really sorry. I was just like playing this game, just like, man, I'm not feeling spectacular right now.
Another class got a demonstration on a straight up water bottle. I didn't get the demonstration. I feel so robbed.
I didn't learn about butt chugging until I was in college.
Yeah, I didn't learn about that until I was in college either.
Okay. Yep. No, I gotta go. I'm so sorry, you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go and sit down. The room is starting to spin. Okay. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. There were a bunch of you today, like 50. That's a lot. Awesome. Power's dead. Great. Perfect time to fucking start.
It's a sign.
Yeah. No, I'm hungry and I'm not. I'm starting to get like really, really shaky and I gotta take my meds. Okay. Thank you all so much. Keep an eye on my Twitter if you want to see me stream again. I'm gonna try and remember to announce them this time.
I am also hungry. It is not just Ethan.
Yes, Merkwin, go to sleep.
Go the fuck to bed.
Because it's like 3 a.m. for you.
Is your boyfriend in bed? Is your fiance? Because he's your fiance.
He'll say. You
can't take me alive.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go to bed. Okay. I love you all so much. Bye.